I think it's fair to say I have spent a lot of time on Call of Duty. Okay, not just one game, but the franchise itself. 15 years. Now I'm 30. Might not look it. I am. And I've played on controller for 13 of them. I've played on keyboard and mouse for 3 of them. For 12, 2 of them. No, I take that backwards. 12 of them were on controller. 3 of them were on keyboard and mouse. I've played on every platform, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And I have a pretty good understanding of the games and what makes them good and bad. Now, this is coming from a search and destroy perspective, not a respawn perspective. So I'm curious if the respawn people will agree with me or disagree here. I'm going to make the best tier list possible. And I just have some gameplay in the back.
Are you stuck? Why are you closing like that? Breathe, man. Here. Little fella. You ain't no little fella, you big fella. That's a little fella right there.
Let's start when I started, COD 4. Now, I'm going to go off of the perspective of the current world. I'm not going to hold the graphics against it in any way, but I think COD 4 was very, very good for its time, but it's not one. I would say was another good game. Did really well with zombies. Game was way too nuts, and most people agree. So that's all I have to say about that one. Going past that, we had Call of Duty World War II. Bad game. Bad game. But I liked the idea of trying to incorporate the 3 or 4 guns all day, every day.
I can mostly agree with that, Liz.
Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today, we're going to be covering one of my favorite First Amendment frauditors to laugh at, Auditing America, or as you, the viewers, like to call him, Ass Elmo. So let's begin.
So you need to pay attention. I'm Troy Edwards. I'm the director of this facility. Everybody else you see in blue shirts are volunteers. We could not operate without volunteers. So take time to thank them. Virtually all my volunteers are either veterans or spouses that we've been there. So, what we want to do now is get you prepared to go to Fort Sill. But I want a little bit of housekeeping first. Is there anybody that still has a meal voucher that's not been used?
So I left this first part in because I wanted to give you guys a veteran's perspective as to what's going on in the video. The young men and women on the right are new recruits getting ready to head to their first day at boot camp. The people in the blue shirts are volunteers. They're basically the welcoming party, getting them ready for transport to the base. And the last thing I want to do is commend those young men and women for making the sacrifice to defend the Constitution that these jackasses love to take advantage of.
Organization that makes it possible for you to receive emails and text messages while you're in basic training. They will notify your family and friends of the service if they choose to use it. Then they can send you an email or text through Sandbox. Sandbox will print it out, put it in an overnight text.
Ellos van para mi cabrón. Ellos, they're going to basic training. Ya está. Where's Will? Where's Will? He needs to own them on the way out.
Yeah, let's bring over jobless Will so he can own these fully employed Americans as they head off to defend the Constitution. And if what this guy just said doesn't back what I've been saying all along, that this is never about the First Amendment, that it's always about a reaction just for the views, then I don't know what does.
Who are you?
I'm the director of this facility. Who are you guys?
You're who?
I'm the director of the military welcome center.
Oh, okay, good, good. This is you guys are going to the military, where you should know we have the First Amendment. When you swear to protect the Constitution, guys, please don't forget we have freedom of the press in a public place. You're more than welcome to take pictures, okay, and work on a story and publish it. Yes, you are. By the way, we have 200 million combined views on the internet.
You think it's important that they know that people like you should be allowed to publish news articles and that you also have 200 million combined views. Well, let me ask you this then. With all those hundreds of millions of combined views, how many actual news articles have you published in real news journals?
Welcome to Auditing America. Share, like, and subscribe. Say hi, Mom.
No straws, because we gotta save the turtles.
Please.
Please, no straws. Say no to straws.
I'd like to know who said no one cares, because you know what? If you're joining the military, we don't want you there, bro.
Step out, maggot.
Step out.
Come on.
Step out.
You're dismissed.
And exactly what part of this harassment has anything to do with the First Amendment? I mean, at this point, I don't even need to make my point anymore. They make it for me.
You're joining the military with that attitude, bro? That's how much love you have for the Constitution? Wow. Now everybody drop down, give me 20. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, you need to love the Constitution. If you're going to the military,
You don't have to love the Constitution to join the military. You just have to be prepared to defend it. Which is ironic to me, since you and all your constitutional pseudo-warriors seem to have coincidentally opted out of that in life.
respect people's rights, correct? Yep. He said no one cares. Wow. I'm sure some of you care about the Constitution here. I'm sure some of you do care.
Seconds until minions spawn.
Can somebody name me their favorite amendment?
I can, the 10th Amendment, which gives the states the rights to govern themselves and create a police force that takes your ass to jail every time you break the law.
Yeah. These people are all joining the military. So they need to remember to uphold the Constitution, correct? This is God putting you guys in front of us right now.
If this is God doing anything, then this is God putting a group of clowns in front of them for one last laugh before life gets hard.
Please honor the Constitution.
Thanks, guys, for dedicating your life to this. Please don't take any of the constitutional orders. Freedom is sacred, and by taking that oath, you're doing it on the backs of the blood, sweat, and tears of Americans that have fought for freedom.
So basically, they're doing it on the backs and the blood, sweat, and tears of not you and your friends.
Thank you very much for your sacrifice, sir. Thank you very much for your sacrifice.
Thank you, guys. Stand up for the Constitution. You, we don't want to see you becoming a cop in our city.
Wow.
Think about it.
Keep fighting for freedom, guys. God bless you. Thank you for dedicating your life to freedom.
You see, there's always one that has to spoil it for the rest. How you doing, sir? Why not?
I don't want.
It's okay, sir. We're just working on a video about the Constitution. Were you in the Army?
What gave it away? Maybe was it the first guy who said that all the volunteers were veterans, or the Army that's on his hat?
Thank you for your service, sir. He said no one cares. Oh, no one cares. Okay.
Obviously, when you're going to join the military where the Constitution is pretty much your guys' law book.
I can tell from the look and sound of you that you're softer than baby shit. You're the type of dude that goes AWOL at the first all-men's shower and they find your ass cuddled up crying in the towel room. Yeah, that actually happened when I was in boot camp. But just take one look at this picture and tell me who you think doesn't belong there.
Like, it's your whole
Yeah,
absolutely. I don't care. I don't care.
Makes no sense. That guy's he's and I just have to do my little piece do and let them know what we're doing.
What's up, y'all? See you on the next one.
Sure am. Man, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about all that.
I'm working too. I'm your boss.
Well, to be that man's boss, you have to have a job first, and you don't exactly meet those prerequisites now, do you?
The thing is, sir, you're standing in front of a checkpoint in the people's building in America. You're not suspecting of anyone of committing crimes that walk in. So why would you guys need to search people?
They're the Nazis. The redcoats had checkpoints. And now the people that took an oath to protect their country don't want to be bothered about talking about crimes. So they sit there and get things to do the exact opposite. Seriously disgracing their oath, dishonoring their oath. Literally, they get things to do the very opposite of what they signed up to do. Protect our sacred rights. Our rights that men, women, and children have given blood, sweat, and tears for. And he's going to sit here and get a paycheck, like a welfare recipient, to violate our rights. He doesn't even care. He's just gonna sit there. I'm just
You do care, right? You do care about the Constitution. Oh, I understand.
I highly doubt that you know what it's like to have a full-time job that comes with real responsibilities.
And you know what? Brother? I think this guy's a good guy. I think he's a good guy. Maybe he just needs to go over the Constitution a little bit better. That's it. I'm not saying he's a bad person, but just the fact that he's standing right here watching everybody get the Fourth Amendment waived is.
Black's rights. Yeah. I mean, he did School of Rock, all for this. I don't think that's fair. Yep. We're just going to search everybody that comes in here, regardless if there's been probably cause. I'm wondering what George Washington would think of something called
Rapies?
It's called rapey scan. I wonder what George Washington would think about 40-minute violation called rapey scan.
Well, it makes sense that the dipshit with the ass toy next to his face hole would misread Rapiscan as rapey scan.
Hey, I'm a police officer. I swear an oath to the Constitution. I swear to protect your rights. Let me stand in front of this thing that says rapey scan while I rapey scan your rights away.
Rapey scan your rights. They could have used a different name for the machine at least.
It's called a portmanteau word, and it's when you take two words like rapid and scan and put them together to make one word, Rapiscan.
I think they both made a very appropriate name for this issue.
Officer, don't you think this is a Fourth Amendment violation when you guys are searching everybody on their way in? Why not?
I'm talking to you. You guys are free to come in, visit, or you can leave, whichever way you want.
Oh, well, we know that, but we're just asking about our Fourth Amendment.
I always like to give a little bit of knowledge in each one of my videos, so today I'm going to explain why it's not a violation of his Fourth Amendment rights. The Fourth Amendment of the Constitution protects you from unreasonable searches and seizures, but consensual searches do not fall under the category of an unreasonable search. When he entered the front door, if he did not want to consent to the search, he could have turned around and walked right back out. So any administrative search that is conducted is not unreasonable because it's consensual.
You see, you're police officers, so you guys are the ones that we need to go ask about our rights, right? You're the one that's protecting them. So can you tell me a little bit about our Fourth Amendment and this checkpoint that you guys have here?
You've passed through here. You're free to come into the Capitol, or you're going to leave. Wherever you want.
Why are you not answering my question?
I did, sir.
Well, you're supposed to protect our rights.
Oh my god, did Dumb really just tag in Dumber? I can't do this anymore. But I can. And yes, these two crayon munchers are the ultralight featherweight Worldwide Federation of Stupidity Tag Team Champions of the world.
So this is obviously a violation of the Fourth Amendment. It's an unreasonable search and seizure. And don't you think it's ironic? Don't you think it's ironic that it's called rapist scan? And that's called
The walk of shame.
Of shame. He doesn't care about the Constitution. He doesn't care about our rights. When he's confronted with the facts, he walks away in shame.
No, he's walking away because he has better things to do with his life than waste it talking to a couple of troglodytes. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a like. If you disliked it, dislike it. But don't forget to leave a comment below with how much you hate Ask Elmo, and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any of my content. I'm Team Skeptic, and I'm out.
We're in Greenup, Kentucky. The court is back in session after bringing in a new year.
Happy New Year to everybody.
That's Judge Robert Conley. He's been on the bench for more than 20 years and appears to be happy to be starting another. First up, a probation revocation hearing.
Michael Ferner.
The defendant, Michael Ferner, owes more than $9,000 in overdue child support to his ex-wife. And according to his ex-wife's lawyer, he's failed to follow his court-ordered payment program.
So he's not made anything from 2009. He just doesn't.
Didn't pay anything in the whole year.
Nothing in 2019.
It has been a rough year. I mean, I have 3 weeks off. My wife was we didn't have babysitting.
After hearing the defendant's explanation, it's possible Judge Conley could give him a break to start the new year.
Can I ask you a question? What kind of person has 3 kids and you can't even take care of one?
An ally has been slain.
Okay, yeah. I don't understand. You just said you had 3 kids.
I was like, I got 3 litters with 5 wives.
It's over to the client. Judge ordered $230 a month plus $50 toward arrearages.
Well, it changed next time I got the court.
You know what? You just need to shut up. The more you talk, the more ridiculous you sound.
And just like that, the judge's New Year's cheer is out the window.
Send him to jail. Send him to jail. Don't talk all you want over there. Okay? Talk all you want over there.
As Michael Kerner's taken into custody, Judge Conley issues a stern directive to everyone in the courtroom.
When I'm talking, you better be listening. I only talk if I'm wanting you to know something. Don't try to talk over me. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world. If I'm saying anything, you better be damn listening.
20 minutes later, he calls defendant Gary Willis forward. Unfortunately for Willis, he's also here today for failing to pay child support.
What am I supposed to do? What does the victim will soon fall? I have to answer to them. They say, Judge, he doesn't pay. What are you doing about it, Judge? What are you doing? You was both paid. Do what you're supposed to do.
That may be good advice, but it turns out Judge Conley's delivery of the message left something to be desired for the Kentucky Judicial Conduct Commission. Following the 2 cases, Conley received a public reprimand after an investigation into his, quote, intemperate conduct. Judge Robert Conley ultimately accepted the public reprimand, admitted his behavior was inappropriate, and issued a public apology. Now to Durham, North Carolina, where Judge James Hill is presiding over a child custody case. For 3 long days, divorced parents Rashawna and Colin Morrison have been going at it, quite personally in the courtroom.
I'm angry that his dad lives in Durham, can go on vacations with friends, take his sisters out to eat, take her on vacation, and can't seem to see his son.
The child's mother, Rashana, claims her ex-husband abandoned their 3-year-old son and failed to pay child support. He argues she withheld his son from him by seeking permanent custody. And the judge? Well, he isn't happy with either of them.
I could care less about it.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I could. Until you're not involved.
And he's about to let them know.
That's two parents, and I'm going to choose my words very carefully. Two parents who are going to act like such idiots. No one would have called in the bed and had sex and made that move. He didn't ask to be born. But he was. What's important is and you don't when you see two adults acting like idiots. Did I say the word idiots?
He did. 3 times. Afterward, Judge Hill turns his attention towards Rashana.
I have no doubt that you have withheld that little woman. Don't you be looking at me. You say one more word, you say one more word, you don't know the word that man right now. You say one more word. Alright, Deputy Neville, she's got 24 hours to protect the court to run her mouth as soon as we get done. Alright, you got 48 hours. You were saying each, she's got 48 hours now, Deputy.
Rashana eventually quiets down, and finally, after 3 heated days in the courtroom, the judge delivers his decision. Try to restrain her, Morrison's brother, Sherrod Smith, comes forward from the back of the courtroom. At first, he tries to help by calming down his sister. But when that doesn't work, and Rashana throws a bailiff a right hook, Big Brother's caught in the middle. Officers try to restrain him, but he sends one of them flying. Meanwhile, the judge makes a quick exit. As one deputy fights to gain control of Morrison, another puts her brother in handcuffs. And here come even more officers to shut things down.
Gilbert, keep walking. Can't afford your bail money. Oh my God, they got him!
Looks like Gilbert's about to have a really bad day. Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today, we're going to be covering 3 videos. The first video covers Shiva Bagari. You know, the Karen I covered a few videos ago that was yelling at a building with a bullhorn. Well, she took her bullhorn to a playground. So let's begin.
When the parents got their kids, unmasked families, being lonely, and being worried of a person.
I'm fighting for the children so they can breathe freely and not live in fear of it. Children deserve to be happy and not live in fear.
And exactly how did you plan on accomplishing this?
On the 12th day of Christmas, Team Skeptic gave to me 12 videos to watch with a long one on Christmas Day. Let's go, baby! 11 drunken ladies, 10 rights to travel, 9 anti-maskers, 8 entitled Karen, 7 soft Sid, 6 sparks are sparking, 5 frauditors, 4 dumb fluffs, 3 police rides, 2 stupid Moors, and an idiot under the tree.
We're finally done, so let's begin.
How you doing today, sir? Are you a supervisor? I was just explaining to Megan here that I'm an independent. Yes. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm just an independent journalist gathering content for a story.
That's funny. My mother has a phone with a camera on it too. I guess by your definition, that makes her an independent journalist as well.
Okay, thank you, sir. And your name was? Brett Kavanaugh. Brett. Wow, like the Supreme Court Justice. Brett Kavanaugh, the Supreme Court Justice. Good morning. How are you, sir? How you doing, Trooper?
Good. I'm here to find out what your business here is at the airport today.
Nothing. Just gathering content for a story. I'm an independent journalist.
Oh, great. Do you have your ID on?
I'm not going to provide you with my ID, Trooper. This Connecticut, sir, is not a stop and ID state, and unless you have reasonable, articulable suspicion, I've committed.
I'm about to do that. I'm not here to get a legal advice from you.
Yeah.
I'm asking legally. An order from a state trooper to provide me your ID. You're causing alarm at the airport. Multiple people have come up to us asking what you're doing.
There's a TSA supervisor who just told me I was well within my rights.
Yeah, and he was right. It would be a violation of TSA policy to allow you to record certain things or in certain areas. But keep in mind, even though he told you that you do have permission, TSA only governs certain aspects and area of the air travel process. The rest is governed by local and federal law.
Sir, let's see it. I'm going.
Put your hands behind your back, please.
Sir, okay.
Sir.
I'm not going to cause any alarm. I don't.
Last answer.
I don't have any. I'm not going to put any. I'm not. I don't even have any ID on me, sir.
That's going to be it. Okay.
I can give you my name and date of birth if you would like. Do you have your body camera on, sir?
581.
One detained, refusing to provide ID.
I think it's for.
Is there anything on you that's going to harm me, poke? Anything sharp?
I don't consent to any searches.
I didn't ask you that. Is there anything on you that's going to harm me?
No, and I don't
Knives,
consent.
needles, weapons?
No.
No? Where's your ID?
I don't have one.
No? What's this, sir?
That's my car key. Sir, I'm an independent journalist working on gathering content for a story.
No, you're a serial antagonizer with a propensity to getting arrested. It's why all your independent news stories on your channel involve harassing normal people doing their jobs or being put in handcuffs for being a jackass.
Okay.
I have not broken any laws.
No one said that you did. You're not under arrest right now. You're being detained.
But why are you detaining
You're interfering with my investigation.
Sir, you need to have reasonable, articulable suspicion.
I'm articulating that to you right now, that you're causing a disturbance at the airport. Yes, you are.
Gathering content. I'm an independent journalist, sir.
You need to stop trying to teach me
Why
legal.
are you shaking? I'm not going to hurt you.
You need to stop and listen to me. I'm trying to identify you because you're causing a disturbance at the airport. You refuse to provide me your ID. You're clearly doing this on purpose.
I'm not.
So we're going to go through the books.
I'm gathering content for a story. I told everybody I'm an independent journalist.
I get that. Now we're going to prove that, sir.
There is no proof of that. The First Amendment grants me the right.
What's your last name?
I'm going to ask you a question, and then I'm going to
ask you again. What's your last name?
If I do not give you my name, sir,
you're going to be placed under arrest and taken to be fingerprinted to identify you.
Okay, my last name is Reyes.
How do you spell that?
R-E-Y-E-S.
Yeah.
As long as you say that, if you say you're going to put me under arrest, I will give you my name.
That's what we would have to do to identify you. It's not what I want to do.
You have no right.
I came over here just to identify.
You have no right to identify.
Your first name, Mr. Reyes?
You have no right to identify.
Are you going to stop arguing with me? Because this is causing a big problem now.
My first name is S-E-A-N-P-A-U-L, one word. Can I get your supervisor here, Lavoie? One. Under threat of arrest, I'm providing you that information.
It's not a threat. It's me telling you what has to happen.
Can I speak to your supervisor, Lavoie?
Absolutely.
Okay, Karen. I don't think you understand the situation that you're in. Or maybe you do, and this is exactly what you were looking for content on your channel. But in Connecticut, if you're the subject of an investigation and the investigating officer asks you to identify yourself, you are obligated to identify yourself and not give false information. This does not mean that you have to provide a physical identification card, but you do need to give your government name and date of birth to the investigating officer, or they can take you down to the jail and identify you via fingerprints.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Trip, do you know who I mean at the fuel pump?
1021.
Do you have a Connecticut driver's license?
No, sir. Can you
Where do you have a driver's license?
Sir, I don't want to, since I'm being detained, I gave you my name under threat of arrest. I'm not going to answer any more questions till your supervisor gets here, please.
Not a problem.
Invoke my fifth.
Okay. 581 Bradley.
581.
Name and date of birth. Unknown on the state, he's refusing to provide that. Let me know when you're ready. What state do you reside in?
Sir, I told you since you're detaining me, I'm not going to answer any more questions. I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent because I want to speak to a supervisor, please, because you're making a big mistake here, Trooper. I'm telling you, you are.
Unfortunately, sir, you made the mistake by not identifying yourself.
I told you I was an independent journalist.
That's great.
And he should have told you that he doesn't fucking care because that's not identifying yourself. Moving forward, every time he refers to himself as an independent journalist, we're just gonna ding him and keep moving.
No, you still need to identify yourself. You're in an international airport, okay?
The law,
the security of everyone here is more important than that right now.
No, the Constitution doesn't end in an international airport.
Once again, I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with. I'm not here to.
No, you can go back. You can do that with your supervisor. I'm here. If you whatever you need me to do that you feel that you're going to arrest me over, I will comply with that.
Wow, that's literally the smartest thing I've ever heard this cave-tard say.
Mr. Reyes.
Yes.
There was no need for you to be handcuffed. You made it this way. You put yourself in a situation. Absolutely not. Not until my backup arrives.
But why are you shaking? I'm not a threat
I'm not
to you,
shaking.
Sir. I'm not a threat
You're detained right now. You're my responsibility. If you fall over,
I'm not a threat
you're
to
my
you.
responsibility. You're saying that, but I don't know that. I don't know that you're not a threat to anything here at the airport.
Sir, the way the world works, you can't handcuff people because you don't know if they're a threat or not, sir.
True. But when other people have reported you as a suspicious person doing suspicious activity, the officer has an obligation to investigate. And if during his investigation you act like a petulant anal bead, then he has every right to detain you for his own safety.
That's dangerous that you're acting like this, really. Just because you're an officer doesn't mean give you the right to.
You're trying to provoke this, but it's not going to work.
Sir, how am I trying to provoke it? I'm trying to instruct you and educate you.
That's not your job.
And that's exactly how you're trying to provoke him. You, the constitutional expert with a YouTube Law Certificate of Participation, aren't in any position to be teaching constitutional rights to anyone.
It is because I'm sitting in handcuffs.
You told me you're provoking your Fifth Amendment right?
Well, I can invoke it whenever I'd like, sir.
Gotcha.
For answering any questions. Okay. But for education, I won't. You just violated my civil rights. Seriously. I'm not going to say anything else. You did.
I love how he loves to hear himself talk so much that when he says he's finally gonna shut the fuck up, he follows that by not shutting the fuck up.
An unlawful detainment. This is you know what that's gonna happen, right?
Are you trying to scare me?
I'm just saying.
Are you trying to intimidate me?
I'm trying to tell you that this is unlawful, sir. I've been nothing but cordial with you since you came up to me.
Absolutely, except you interfered with my investigation and failed to provide your ID.
You have no authority, sir. You have no authority to ask me for ID, sir. That's just the fact.
I actually do once you cause a disturbance at the airport. If you were just here
I wasn't causing
and no one came to me and reported you to me, absolutely, you're 100% right. You could sit here and record all day. That's not the issue. The issue is you're causing alarm and disturbance.
TSA Supervisor Brett Kavanaugh came and spoke with me and told me that I have every right to film the security checkpoint.
I did not deny that. Have you heard that from me at all?
So what
You're causing alarm and disturbance to the passengers. Multiple people came to me. I'm sure you saw me standing over there, and I was asked to come and find out what's going on with the suspicious person at the checkpoint.
Suspicion is not a crime, sir.
It's not. The crime.
Can you articulate
I
to
did
me a
not
crime?
say that there was a crime committed, sir. I tried to identify you to make sure that there was no issue here, and you refused to do that.
If I were you,
then you would not put your hands behind your back.
If I were you, I would invoke your own right to remain silent, sir, because you're just digging yourself deeper in the hole. You just said there's no crime.
No. What he said was that several people had reported you for suspicious activity near a TSA checkpoint. He's now investigating those reports to determine whether an actual crime is happening or not. A simple verbal communication of who you are and what you were doing would have probably ended everything right there.
Come on, man.
Not at this point, there isn't.
There was never. Yeah, okay. Go ahead. You're right. There was never a crime. There's not going to be a crime, and I wasn't. Your body camera will show. I've been nothing but cordial to you. I just was if invoking my rights puts me in cuffs, I mean, I guess that's just where we are.
If you feel it was your right to not provide me your ID when the state trooper requested it, that's how you feel. That's fine.
See, the problem is you think you're above the law, and you think you're above.
Absolutely not.
You're above a citizen.
You see, now you're projecting your thoughts because I'm in uniform. So
No.
Because I'm in uniform.
I'm assuming because you put me in cuffs.
Yeah, you're detained. That's 100% right. For failure to comply.
An unlawful detainment. Okay. Is the supervisor is coming?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm sure he's going to explain it to you. I'm sure he is. All right.
I don't think the supervisor's gonna take your side on this one, dickweed. But we're gonna find out soon enough.
Cool, man. It's all about education here. I'm not mad. Trooper Lavoy. Good, you got body cameras. It's good. Great transparency for everybody. That my phone wasn't. Imagine you did. This is what I'm talking about for law enforcement. Imagine you didn't have a body camera right now. My phone is off. I'm not recording.
Okay.
So what type of accountability would I have against you if you didn't have a body? That's why body cameras are important. It's good.
Okay.
It's good.
You know that state police have had body cameras for over 5 years?
That's great. That's good to hear. Really, it is.
31 in transport, and I'll be out inside the
Where I'm from, they don't have body cameras, so I'm an advocate trying to promote that.
You should. We're still trying to find out where you're from, so it'll be interesting to find out who doesn't have body cameras.
De-escalation. If you do a little bit of de-escalation, things might go a little bit better for you and anybody else.
You could have too.
Exactly. De-escalation is not necessarily a one-sided obligation, because by you escalating the situation with your tomfuckery, you ended up in handcuffs. So Long Island audits, it gives me great pleasure to tell you this, but if you'd used a little bit of de-escalation, things might go a little bit better for you.
All I did was tell you I want to invoke my right. Is this a supervisor?
No.
Come on, man. Can I get a supervisor here? He's going to explain to you guys to release me immediately. I haven't broken any laws. This is insane.
You'll be released as soon as you're identified.
This is unlawful.
And we're sure that there's nothing being done here.
Bradley.
Cruz and Lavoy.
Sir, can I just ask
868.
I've been very transparent, sir. I told you I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story. Exercising my First Amendment right. That's all. Dude, the TSA supervisor he just told me I have every right to film the security checkpoint.
Absolutely.
He's the TSA supervisor.
Right. Mr. Reyes, you understand that. I've never denied that. That's not why you're detained. That's not why you're being spoken to. You're detained because you weren't cooperating with me when I was trying to investigate what was going on over
Because I
there.
wouldn't provide my identification.
Absolutely.
According to 53A-167A of the Connecticut General Statutes, you can be arrested or detained for interfering with a police investigation. He's already told you that he had reports of a suspicious person. He initiated his investigation by asking you to identify yourself, and you refused from the beginning. Everything he's done so far is well within his rights and duties as a police officer.
Understood. Well, we can have a difference of opinion. This is
Absolutely.
America. But the only thing we can't have a difference of opinion on is the law. And you're a law enforcement officer, so I guess. Okay.
Sir, can I just ask why, like, an officer asking for ID, why you wouldn't provide it? Like, what is the big deal?
It's part of my rights, sir. I don't have to provide ID. It's not. If you didn't have a right to do something, why would you? It's a right. It's not a privilege.
Were you just arrested recently?
I don't answer questions.
The answer is yes.
And so why are you asking a question you know the answer to?
Because I think you're just trying to be difficult on purpose.
I just don't want to answer any questions. Is that
like you
is
have
that
an agenda here? That's what I'm telling you. Like you have some kind of agenda.
Agenda for? I didn't put myself in these cuffs. I told him I'm a journalist. TSA didn't put me in cuffs.
People tell us stuff all the time. Doesn't mean that we necessarily believe them until they lie to us
just because you have trust issues, that doesn't mean you can put free citizens.
It's not that we have trust issues.
You can't put free citizens in handcuffs.
It's the nature of our job.
This is an unlawful detainment. And when the supervisor gets here, he's going to let you guys both know that, and he's going to tell you to release me.
We're going to release you as soon as we're able to do that. I'm not keeping you detained just because I feel like I want to. You understand that, right?
Yeah, no, you want to, because you put the cuffs on me. You definitely did.
Well, I was here by myself, and you weren't cooperating with me. Yes, you were handcuffed.
I was not aggressive.
No one said you were aggressive.
And all I told you was I'm not providing my ID because I don't have to. legally.
And that's where you're wrong. In Connecticut, you don't have to produce a physical identification card, but when an investigating officer asks you to identify yourself and you refuse from the beginning, then you're interfering with his investigation, and that's why you're wearing your new Christmas bracelets.
Right.
I'm following
Until
the
you were
law.
given a lawful order from a state trooper to do so, and you've chose not to.
That is an unlawful order, sir.
Okay.
And you're going to learn that.
Well, I'm glad you cooperated with it, because it was getting close to the point that you weren't, where I had to physically put your hands behind your back for you.
Sir, I don't comply with unlawful orders, and that's just my right as a citizen to not comply with it. You might think it's a lawful order, but it's not. It's not.
Wait, didn't you say it wasn't a lawful order for him to ask you to identify yourself? And yet you still gave him your name and date of birth at the slightest hint that you might possibly get arrested? I guess you do comply with unlawful orders then.
All right, sir. Multiple people came up to me, including TSA, saying this guy was acting very suspicious at the checkpoint. I observed him recording, which is nothing wrong with that. However, when I went to identify him to find out what his business here at the airport, he refused to comply.
Okay.
Wouldn't provide me any ID. He's like pushing the limits. He's trying to test us, I think, and see. He's saying I violated his First Amendment right, and that he didn't have to provide ID, and that's why he didn't. When I asked him to put his hands behind his back because he wasn't being compliant with me and I was investigating, he refused to do so. It took me 4 or 5 verbal attempts to get him to do that. I had to physically put his hands behind his back. He's been compliant since, but constantly questioning what I'm asking, just being difficult. I don't think there's anything major here. I think this is what he was here to do. He says he's a journalist, and he was recording, but he has no documentation of that. And I just did a pat down. I didn't do a search, obviously.
Well, where did you find him?
He was literally right here recording everyone, recording TSA agents.
Oh, so he wasn't on the other side?
No,
okay.
He's on the unsecured side, recording the TSA checkpoint, recording passengers, and people were just alarmed and disturbed by what he was doing.
Right.
So I wanted to make sure everything was safe.
Okay.
And that's where we're at.
Hi, Sergeant.
Sergeant Drummond.
Yes.
Sergeant Drummond, I would like to be released immediately from this unlawful detainment. I have not broken any laws.
Mm-hmm.
Your trooper did not have any reason.
Hey guys, I know I said I was going to take a couple of days off, but Karens be Karening 24/7. So let's begin.
No, you're discriminating against me. I need to breathe air. Yeah. No.
Already did. They're on their way.
Okay. All right. You don't have no balls. You're a little bitch.
Hillbilly Karens are the best. Now don't get me wrong, I still love a pretentious Hollywood Hills Karen like Peggy Hall, but hillbilly Karens are a bit more genuine with their stupidity and aren't afraid to get loud to show it.
Because you have the law on your side to protect and not discriminate against people. And you do not have the law on your side to discriminate. No, I'm not breaking the law. I have the rights. Code 51. Yeah, this is America. It's America. Little no-go ball-hatted bitch. Oh, fuck you. No, get the fuck away from me. Get out of my face, bitch. Get the fuck out of my face and I'll eat.
This is a popular move among the hillbilly Karens, the get out of my face and then I'll leave super combo. In fact, this move is so popular among the hillbilly Karen population that you'll see them executed at almost every major family function, including Christmas and Thanksgiving dinners, weddings, whether they're invited or not, and funerals. Anytime you get a group of hillbilly Karens together, it's guaranteed that you're going to see fake Louis Vuitton purses and mashed potatoes flying through the air.
You know what I love? I love you to grow some balls and stand up for people. Stand up for the Americans.
Hey, Law by Mike. I watch that channel. He's got a lot of funny shorts on there. Not to be confused with Law Talk by Mike, which is another channel that I watch, and you guys should go check out both of them as well. Now our next video comes from a Karen who has a freak out over a man who lowered his mask to eat and drink on a plane.
Yeah, put your fucking mask on. We invited you to come drink your ass up. Don't you dare talk to me like that. You stand your ass up. Stand your ass up. Stand your ass up.
Sit down, Karen.
Hell yeah. Sit down, Karen. Now I'm all for wearing a mask, and I'm all for calling out anti-maskers. But some of these pro-mask Karens can be just as bad. I mean, let the man eat and drink in peace, and especially don't be a hypocrite by lowering your mask to yell at somebody else for lowering theirs. Not only does it make you look bad, but it kind of defeats the purpose of wearing a mask in the first place.
You're a goddamn Karen. Sit down. Sit down, Karen.
Sit down, pussy.
Ma'am. Pussy, no, you're the pussy.
Oh, no, you're the dick.
Ma'am, do you want the pussy to be on the ground?
What right now?
Mask up. Now.
Mask up.
Conversation, like velocity, have magnitude and direction. And that airline employee's conversation is directed at you, Karen.
Put your mask up. You got your mask down, bitch. Sir. Yes, I did. Stop it again.
Well, that was dumb. But then again, no one's ever accused a Karen of having an IQ greater than their waistline.
Now you're going to jail. That's assault. You're going to jail. As soon as we get Atlanta, you're going to jail. Bitch. Karen. Hey, spit on me.
Maybe I should have titled this video How Karen Ruined Her Life in 60 Seconds or Less. Because the consequences of this confrontation just went from go back to your seat, Karen, to detained mid-flight and probably getting arrested for 2 counts of assault when you land. Not a big brain move, Karen.
Now you're double going to jail. Bitch.
You fucking piece of shit.
Piece of pussy. Sit down, Karen. Sit down, Karen. Sit down. Look, she punched me.
Put your fucking mask on. Tell him to put his mask on. Put your fucking mask on.
She scratched my face. I want her the fuck
Put
out
your
of here.
fucking mask on. Put your fucking mask on.
Put yours on, bitch.
I will put my mask on. I will put my mask on when you put your mask on.
He's eating and drinking food. And as strict as the airlines are being about wearing a mask in flight, I highly doubt that they would just let him pull his mask down as a matter of convenience or exemption. Not to mention, as much as you'd like to take on the responsibility, it's not your job to enforce airline policies, Karen.
Crazy on the airplane. Punching this man in the face, spit on him, pour hot water on my leg.
Watching a self-entitled Karen getting arrested against her belief has got to be one of the few remaining joys in life. Alright, the final video is about a Karen named Karen, who Karens about the legalization of marijuana in Michigan.
My name is Karen Bonanno. I'm a mother of 3 children. I've lived in Michigan my entire life. Marijuana is considered a Schedule I drug by the federal government. It's classified in the same category as heroin and LSD.
Marijuana is classified as Schedule I simply because it has no accepted medical use and a high potential for abuse. And while I've never done heroin and I've only done LSD a few times when I was much younger, I can tell you with certainty that smoking weed is nothing like the other two. I would say smoking marijuana is more akin to like smoking tobacco or drinking alcohol, and neither one of those drugs are scheduled. But the real question on everyone's mind, especially the police, is where'd you get all that weed, Karen?
This happens to be oregano.
That's what they all say, Karen.
But it shows how much marijuana will be allowed per resident in the state of Michigan should the legalization of recreational marijuana occur. 2.5 ounces per resident will be allowed when we're out and about in public, so at any given time.
You can get high as fuck? Well, boyos, looks like we're moving to Michigan.
This shows 10 ounces of dried plant material. However, if this initiative is passed, each resident of Michigan will be allowed 10 ounces of dried plant material in their homes.
10 ounces? That's it?
In addition to 12 plants.
Now we're talking.
Which may start out as table plants, but can grow into the size of crops. As a parent, as a mother, I'm concerned about kids getting their hands on a little bit of marijuana out of this big bag.
So you're concerned that you might have to do some actual parenting. Got it. These are the same types of people that are afraid their children are going to play too many video games on school nights, or they're going to watch porn so they don't give them access to the internet. Well, unfortunately for you, Karen, kids are going to do what kids do, and it's your responsibility to make sure your children are raised right, not government legislation.
How will we know as a mother to mother, whether or not our children are going into a home where this much marijuana is available and our kids have easy access to it? The initiative states that the 10 ounces would require a lock, but how would that be regulated?
I don't know, Karen. Probably the same way they regulate adults owning dangerous narcotic prescription drugs and having children at the same time. I would think that the government would hold parents responsible if they allow their children to have access to their marijuana stash, the same way they would hold parents responsible for allowing children access to their medicine cabinet.
As a mother, it's very concerning that there would be so much marijuana integrated into our neighborhoods and our communities.
Do you really think that that amount of marijuana doesn't already exist in your communities? Do you really think that by legalizing marijuana, everyone and their mother is all of a sudden going to start getting high on the street corner? No. The whole purpose of decriminalizing marijuana is to keep people from being unnecessarily locked up for smoking an unprocessed plant that grows freely in nature, and to reduce the amount of potential crime that exists with the scheduling of marijuana.
And how will it work as a parent if we're having a birthday party in our backyard for, say, our 5-year-old, 7-year-old, 10-year-old, and our neighbors are having a marijuana party in their backyard, and the marijuana is wafting over their fence into our 5-year-old's birthday party?
I don't know what kind of marijuana parties Karen's been to, but the weed parties that I've attended, also known in the gamer world as LAN parties, typically involve a dozen 2-liter Mountain Dews, 7 pizzas, and GoldenEye for the Nintendo 64. The only time someone would go outside during one of our weed parties was to smoke a cigarette.
From the perspective of a parent, it's very alarming, the thought of explaining this to our children.
Like I said, you're gonna have to learn to parent a little harder, Karen. Okay, so that's the end of the video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. Comment below letting me know what your funniest experience at a weed party is, and don't forget to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any of my content. I'm Team Skeptic, and I'm out.
But while we're here,
hey guys, I know I said.
And then once, because I was leaving after getting ticketed, a false ticket for fingering him.
So you're fingering a cop, huh? Well, this should be great. Hey guys, and welcome to today's idiot video. Today, we have a Canadian Karen who fingers a cop, assaults him, and then gets his dumbass arrested. So let's begin.
Like, seriously, he's giving me a ticket for stunting because he heard me yelling at someone on my phone. And then I fingered him on the way out of there and told him to mind his business, and he's pulling me over for stunting again. I feel like driving away and starting a high-speed chase.
Now I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that fingering a cop is bad, but starting a high-speed chase is much, much worse. But hey, don't let me stop you from giving all of us free entertainment.
This is over-policing.
Yes, sir. Sir. Let me put you on hold for 1 second, okay?
Fuck this guy. There, I'm on the phone with your fucking boss, you dick!
Just to show you how stupid this guy is, he thinks the 911 operator that he's on the phone with is the police officer's supervisor. He makes you wonder whether people actually exist that have negative IQ points.
Fuck him.
Stay on the phone, I'm just putting you on hold.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck you! I'm on the phone with your boss now, you fuck!
What, are you retarded?
Fucking little bitch! Fuck you! I'm on the phone right now with your boss!
Are you stupid or something?
Hi there.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
There's another officer on the way to talk to you, okay?
Yeah, this guy can fuck right off. And this ticket he can shove up his fucking ass. You can stay on the phone with me until the other officer gets here to defuse the situation. I no longer feel safe because of the little bitch behind me. Pulls me over. I was at a complete stop when we were leaving him pulling us over. And complete stop, and I fingered him and hurt his feelings again. Well, fuck him and his feelings. It's not illegal to finger a police officer.
Maybe fingering means something different in Canada than it does in America. But I believe it's illegal to finger anybody against their will, even a police officer.
And I'm crumpling up a ticket. You hear that? See your ticket, you fuck? Crumpled up. I'd throw it on the ground, but you'd give me a fucking ticket for littering.
That's literally the most intelligent thing that he'll be saying all video. And you can crumple that ticket up all you want. You're still gonna have to pay the fine for being a jackass in public.
Fuck you!
Stay alert.
Sorry, I'm not mad at you at all. You've been very professional.
That's okay.
That little worm behind me deserves a fucking foot in the ass.
Make no mistakes.
And I am not armed, and I will not attack anyone.
Well, that 3,000-pound death machine that you're driving says otherwise. You'll understand what I mean in a bit when he decides to use it as a weapon against the cops.
I'm not, but I'm not fucking putting up with this fucking bubblegum fucking machine piece of shit telling me how to run my fucking life. And I'm not paying this ticket either. He can shove it up his ass. I'll drive uninsured and unregistered if I have to. I don't give a shit. This is bullshit. They can send a supervisor. If you just send another friggin' stormtrooper, this is just gonna escalate. Send a supervisor.
Yeah, okay, Karen. Do you really want to get a supervisor involved? Do you really want to bring somebody into the mix that's had to deal with this type of bullshit and people like you their entire careers? Do you really think this is gonna work out in your favor?
I was just looking for the fucking place to go get my COVID test because I've been sick for 5 days and haven't been able to leave the house. I don't know where the testing thing is. I was yelling at my roommate on the fucking phone trying to get to the library, but now it's an injection site, not a testing site. And this fucking clown decides to fucking ruin my day. Yeah, fuck him. And I'm sure I'm positive because I have no taste and smell for the last 5 days.
Sure, it could be COVID, or it could be the fact that you lack the appropriate number of brain cells to both smell and breathe at the same time.
Still waiting for another member to show up.
Yeah, I am too, actually. I've been watching to see if our dispatcher gets that out there.
I honestly wanted to just drive away and start a high-speed chase. That's how I feel about the way he's policing. You know, he knows who I am. Fuck you. See that finger again? Fucking idiot.
Oh, no, no, no. You are not about to use my catchphrase because I'm the fucking idiot king. And if you're gonna start a high-speed chase because you don't like the fact that you got a ticket, then you are the fucking idiot.
Our destination is here.
I'm waiting for your boss to call me. Fuck off and get in your car.
Is dominating. An ally has been slain.
You're a fucking little bitch. Give me my ticket and go fuck yourself, goofball fucking fuck you. Fuck off, you bitch.
You may not have caught that the first time, but when he pulled off, he cut his wheel hard to the left, causing his truck to hit the officer. Not a good move, Karen.
You're a fucking clown!
He like pushed himself against the vehicle and was like, "You just hit me."
You know, it takes over 9,000 IQ points to hit an officer with your car and then have your dumbass wife admit to it on camera. You guys are meant to be together.
Fuck off!
Again, here we fucking go. Fuck, are you serious? Holy. Third fucking time. In 5 fucking
He's got his gun on me now. The RCMP officer has his gun on me now.
Window smash time.
Fuck no, I have things breaking my window! Holy fuck, get him over here! Get him over here! Holy fuck, help me! Help me, I won't...
Send somebody now, please.
Send a fucking
gun on
man
my
here.
husband.
He's tripping balls!
Send someone now.
Help me!
You fingered an officer. You hit him with his car. And you think he's the one that's tripping balls? Karen, you're delusional, and I fucking love it.
Help me! Help me! Holy fuck! Help me!
Sakes, what are you doing? Fuck! He didn't do anything.
Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Like, are you dumb? She's dumb.
Fuck! Send more people, please. There's another officer here, but he just told me to shut up.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
He's under arrest right now.
They're saying they won't talk to me. They're saying he's under arrest I have my dogs with me. Okay, Bolt. What did he do?
Sheriff for not assault with a weapon on a police officer.
He didn't hurt him. I have it all on camera, sir. He didn't do anything. This lady I'm speaking to is his boss. Oh my god. Excuse me, can you please explain what's gonna happen here? Like,
he's under arrest and he's gonna be held for a bail hearing. So he'll be under arrest until he speaks to a judge, and then he'll be released. You can't drive your vehicle into a police officer.
he didn't. He was pulling
I was standing
away.
right here and he pulled into the side. He sideswiped me. It's the same as any other motor vehicle collision, except for that it was with the person. He did it intentionally.
He was trying to pull away from you, sir. I watched it.
Okay.
I have it on film.
That's okay.
I
have it on film too, and audio recording.
Sir? Can I please take this vehicle home? Like,
You can't drive with the window like that, so you might want to pull the rest of it out. I'm not helping you.
Can somebody help me with that, please?
Just try to take off from the police so you will not have our confession.
What an absolute Chad. And I totally agree with them. After her husband assaulted the officer with his vehicle because he didn't like getting a ticket, they deserve zero compassion from any of those officers. And now we get on to the final part of this video, which is the second video we put out after he got out of jail. Now he uses a lot of homophobic slurs in this portion, so I'm just gonna cut those out and ring the dinger every time he says it.
Hey everybody, Mike Letkin here, fresh out of jail. Had an RCMP officer pull a gun on me today. I got pulled over twice within 10 minutes for stunting, for calling a cop a few derogatory names, but believe me, he deserved those names. After the second altercation, I was on the phone with 911. They assured me that I was okay and safe. This cop gave me a second stunting ticket All I did was call him a
destroyed.
goof and told him he could go fuck himself. So then I went to pull away from that, and he said I brushed up against him. I rolled my window down and I said, fuck you, I did, you fucking piece of shit. I didn't touch you, you fucker. You walked into it.
This is the type of Karen that hits a tree with his car and blames the tree. Karen, you're an idiot.
And then I drove away. I stopped at the stop sign. A block later, he pulls me over. I go to roll my window down. He had his gun out. He's pointing his gun at me, beating on my fucking truck. Like, seriously? For calling him a name?
Do you really think that he walked up to your car with his gun drawn because you called him a name? No. He walked up to the car with your gun drawn because you just assaulted him with a deadly weapon, and he was prepared to keep that from happening again.
So he rips my door glass out. I didn't resist. Oh, and I've got video of all of this. I've already sent it to Rebel News. But, so then I got charged with assaulting a police officer with a deadly weapon, which is my truck, because apparently he walked into it as I was driving away. And I also got charged with possession of a dangerous weapon with intent or something, because I have bear spray, because I take my dogs hiking in the bush regularly. I've never assaulted anyone in my fucking life. I'm a bit of a big mouth and a bit of an asshole. So anyways, they pulled me out of the car, put my head into the door of their car, punched the fuck out of me. While I was in police custody in the back of the police car, another officer that wasn't even present while this all went down decided to open the back door. Some French, fuck you. And he started to beat the fuck out of me. So I was charged with these 2 charges. Left the police station in an ambulance because I couldn't catch my breath because of how hard they fucking beat on my chest. And then I was released from the hospital. Now they're circling the block. Oh, his buddies are bullying me. So if I end up dead or in a shootout tonight with the police, I just wanted to make everybody aware that I've talked with their watch commander. I tried to file a complaint with K Division. I've called everybody I can. So now I'm just sitting with some patriots that are licensed to protect themselves and very good hunters.
So let me get this straight. You just involved a bunch of your patriot friends, whatever the fuck that means, other Karens I assume, to come over to your house so that they can get involved in your mess too. I can only imagine how that call went. Hi, Karen? Yeah, come by the house tonight. We're playing Tyrants and Pirates, and bring your gun.
They're going to defend me tonight. Waiting for a call tomorrow from the ship commander. And, but yeah, don't yell on your phones in the presence of a police officer or you'll get a stunting ticket. And when you tell them to fuck off for it, you'll get a second stunting ticket. And when you tell them to fuck off after the second stunting ticket, you're going to get a gun pointed at you.
Don't forget the part where you tried to run over the police officer. That's pretty important.
Constable Calvin Grant, I believe, was the first. And I don't know the cop's name, the Frenchman that we couldn't understand, but we got it all on video, and we'll be airing it later. But yeah, I left the police station after apparently assaulting an officer with a deadly weapon, 45 minutes after being arrested. Not only that, I left the police station in an ambulance because I couldn't breathe from the assault. And they didn't bother fingerprinting me or taking my picture. And I'm not allowed at the police station, apparently now. Imagine that. Anyways, I'm just putting this public, so if anything happens to me that's weird, you are all aware, and you can judge me how you will. I'm a bit of a fucking asshole.
Yeah, you're an asshole. But more importantly, you're a fucking idiot. Okay, so I think this is going to be where we end the video today. This Karen got a couple of tickets, hit a cop with his car out of anger, got his window smashed, got arrested, and I loved every bit of it. Karen, you're a fucking idiot. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around until the end of the video. If you found this video interesting or entertaining, then give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And a massive shout out to all of my channel members and patrons whose support helps me keep doing what I love to do. Calling out idiots on the internet. I'm Team Skeptic, and I'm out.
I do not tolerate cowardice.
An ally has been slain.
Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today we have several videos to go over, with all of them but one covering the infamous bakery Karen, Christina Kelso. So let's begin.
Hi. I'm one of the managers here. I'm one of the store managers. Look, I completely understand where you're coming from, but unfortunately I can't force anyone
So
to
then you
help
don't understand. So
no, I
then you
do.
don't understand.
Because I understand what you're saying. We have to just, it's a mandate. We have to follow it.
Right, but okay.
I'm not the mayor. I didn't
All
make
right,
this.
so can I explain something? Because
They
there's
told
nobody
me you
seems
had
to.
a medical
Right, but there's more to that because people don't seem to understand. The mandate offers exemptions. They have to.
I understand.
By law, you have to.
Okay, but exemptions are for people who are actually exempt, not butthurt customers who just don't want to follow store policies while they shop. And I've said this before. All these anti-maskers are going to have to explain when all of this is over why they're so diseased that each and every one of them had multiple medical conditions that prevented them from wearing a mask.
Because the mask, the mandate.
To follow the mandate.
Yes, and
But we
so
also
then.
cannot force anyone to help you out there on the home.
Right, so they don't have to help me, but managers have to help me.
No, I don't have to either.
As a public accommodating business, open to the
I can give you
public.
my name and I can give you customer service number. You can call a corporate. You can call whoever you want. I am not obligated.
Well, that's what's gonna happen eventually. But what
Absolutely.
I'm not here to make a complaint. I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm just here to buy a gift for my son.
Way to go, Dad. Are you actually going to put your political beliefs ahead of getting your son a gift? Can you imagine Daddy Dipshit going home to little Johnny Jackass and having to explain why he couldn't get his new Nike shoes because Daddy didn't want to wear a mask for 10 minutes while he shopped? What kind of fucking father are you?
That's all I'm trying to do.
I understand. All they're asking is to put a mask on.
Right, but what you're asking me to do is you're pretty much violating my rights as a person with the medical. Yeah, but you're enforcing it. If you're the one enforcing it, then you're the one violating my rights. No, but you don't. I told you that the law and your policy offers exemption. So you're not going to honor the exemption that is by law.
A business can still turn you down for not wearing a mask, exemption or not. All they have to do is provide you alternative accommodations, you know, like shopping at the online Nike store.
Well, you see what's happening here, right? So, Nike store, 34th Street, 5th Avenue, okay? Maybe we need to pay these motherfuckers another visit, okay? Because they won't service anybody not wearing a mask. So I think it's time to, show this fucking business and these fucking idiots here what freedom really looks like.
Yes, let's show the business owners what freedom looks like by stripping them of all their freedoms to operate their business the way they choose. I know you mental midgets think that you're patriots, but you guys are nothing more than anarchist thugs, and you're attacking the American way of life.
You can make full customer service yourself. There's no reason to be hostile. I can have
No, there is a reason. There is a reason. I'm being
out,
discriminated. Okay? I'm being discriminated
Okay,
against.
sir, that's fine.
Okay? So if you're not gonna serve me, that's fine. But I'll be back. And when I come back, I am coming back alone.
Okay, actually, you can't be
Promise
back.
that. No, it's not. If I'm coming back during normal business hours to patronize the business, it's not trespass. I study the law.
Yeah, sure you did, Karen. You studied the law, and yet you still don't realize that you're trespassing on private property. And by all means, come back. Bring all your friends so they can watch you get arrested while they get trespassed too.
You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn the hard way. You're gonna learn the hard way. All of y'all. Matter of fact, I didn't get your name. Oh yes, I do.
No, I don't.
Well, I have it on camera, but I do need you to tell me.
Actually, I'm not
I
giving
do
you
need you to tell me.
No, I'm not giving
If
you
you're the
money.
manager, you have to tell me.
I don't have to do anything.
Okay,
Have a great
I
day,
got
sir.
it anyway.
Now you're harassing.
I got it anyway. I'll be back. Trust me. I'll be back. I'll be back.
I think the problem with people like this is that they are so stupid that they have no idea how stupid they are.
I don't wear
If you're shopping in this warehouse, you do need to wear a mask.
Well, actually, Jim, did you know that this is not free speech? So this is not free speech.
Okay, well, that's a requirement of state.
Well, actually, no rule overrides the Constitution.
And there's no rule in the Constitution that says Neander Karens are so special that they don't have to wear a mask when the rest of us do. And since it's not expressly covered in the Constitution, it means it's covered by the 10th Amendment, which gives the states the rights to govern themselves. And if a local or state government puts out a public mask mandate, according to the 10th Amendment, you are obligated to follow those orders.
Wait, are we in America? Are we still in the US of A? No, I'm asking a question. Are we?
You were where you think you were, but you're in costume.
You know.
Good job, Jim. It only took you 31 seconds to realize you were speaking with a crayon muncher. I think that's the fastest time yet. And yes, sometimes you have to remind these Karens that they're on private property in a privately owned business and not at home where they can do whatever the fuck they want.
I don't usually talk to people who even wear the mask because it's so satanic. You know that the mask and the 6 feet apart.
Okay.
Well, you should get a clue, Jim. You should get a clue. You are being filmed the whole time. Jimbo. Yeah. Yeah, God bless you. God bless you. In Jesus' name, I hope you get the help you need. I really do.
Well, in the name of the benevolent spaghetti monster, I pray that you tumble down a slide made of razor blades, face first into a pool full of battery acid. Okay, so the next video opens up with Karen trying to reconnect with her ex by harassing his new friend.
A small town. Fucking a billion years ago, and like several times. Like, you know, yeah, you can, I know. It's like, we should have like a, yeah, like a
I've never dated him,
girlfriend's club or whatever.
No, we're just friends.
Oh, nice.
We've never been attracted to him like that, which is nice. Like, he's just been a really good friend.
Oh, that's awesome.
Forever.
Well, lucky you. Well, how's he doing? I'll send him a card. Yeah. I mean, I actually reached out to him like 2 months ago. I just told him like, you are what? Because I mean, he broke it off with me.
Throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
You know what I mean? It was not like, I still think he's, I'm not saying that he's, like, I don't, you know, I'm seeing someone, the point is, it's not that I want him, but I just want him to know that, like, he's precious. If you feel like telling him, for it's worth. I mean, if you talk to him before I do, I will totally send him a card. I adore him.
I think he would probably appreciate it.
I know he would. Totally. Well, I'm not feeling well either about what's going on these days. I don't know. Why are you wearing the mask? I don't get it. You're so pretty.
If she's pretty without the mask on, then she's pretty with the mask on. And while I know that I might not be the most handsome man, especially since my teeth are starting to socially distance because of COVID, I've seen your face. And if I were you, I would remain unvaccinated just so I was forced to wear a mask in public at all times.
Because I can't afford to get sick. And if I test positive, even if I'm not sick, I get shut down. I'm a food producer.
But they don't test you.
It doesn't matter if for some reason I get tested or...
Okay, don't get tested. I mean, just in general, don't get tested. Because it's dangerous.
This right here is a perfect example of a responsible person versus an irresponsible person. The responsible person tests on a regular basis so she doesn't get shut down or she doesn't pass on COVID to one of her customers. An irresponsible person tries to convince you with zero medical experience that testing for a disease is dangerous and that you should follow her example and never test at all. But it's all good, because the majority of COVID deaths these days are from the irresponsible people who irresponsibly thought that their personal freedoms would trump Darwin's natural selection.
I really don't want to have this secret here.
Okay, that's fine. I want you to check that out, Rivka.
No.
Rivka, I'm leaving it there. That's free speech. Okay, great. Perfect. Thank you. I actually can. Yes, I can. Rivka, this is America, so we have the First Amendment. If you don't want to live here, you can move to a communist country. I'd be happy to have you.
I'm getting sick and tired of these victimized window lickers claiming that America is becoming more and more like communist China. You can eat shit. Pay attention to this next video real close and you'll see what it's like to live in a communist country.
那我问你啊，等一下，我问你，这个推特号的这个6个China 可是你的？
不是啊。嗯？
不是你的？
不是啊。
那个推特号可是你的？
什么？推特？
这个推特号是不是你的？
我就是没有听说过这个号，从来没听说过。
今天我找你父亲过来的，我们跟你父亲平时也保持沟通，你可以对我跟你通话这个过程进行录音录像，没问题，好吧？但是我明天我就告诉你一声，我在找你父亲，啊，好吧？你可以录音录像，我明天告诉你。而且你现在我跟你讲，你那个推特发的这些东西是绝对不可以的。你回国之后马上来找我。
什么事吗？有什么事吗？
回国什么时候回来？
啊？那我不知道。
签证是到什么时候？不知道是吧？
对啊，签证快到期了吧？
我马上跟你父亲再聊，就这样吧。
嗯。爸爸。不是你这找我又找你来什么事啊？
没什么事，
不是，那这次找你来干嘛呢？我又说了那个号不是我的。
好，再见吧。
So the day the government starts abducting your family for criticizing your government, then I'll step in and we'll talk about what it's like to live in communist America. But until then, enjoy your really nice lives. Enjoy your really nice freedoms to criticize your government. And Karen, wear a fucking mask when you're on someone else's property and they ask you to do so.
And I will actually ask my dad. I'm gonna call him and find out if he even eats pasta anymore. I have no idea what he eats. But basically, my mission in life right now is to burn down the ag department.
Oh.
CDFA. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm your friend because I've never met a farmer who liked the CDFA. I used to work at the farmer's market. The only reason I'm not here anymore is because they forced the mask thing, and I was gravely disappointed to see that every manager went for it and every farmer seemed to comply. And as an American, I'm deeply concerned. So
you really need to keep your nose out of other people's business and start being concerned for yourself, because
wake the fuck up, because guess what? I'm gonna start fighting against this. Who's with me? Do you have any other New York parents? Maybe some of my fucking school district? You all know where I am. I'm sure you Googled me.
Ah yes, I love New York. Hey guys, and welcome to today's COVID Karen video. Today's video actually covers 3 videos, 2 from guys and 1 from a girl, who all think that they're too tough to wear a mask. Now before we start, if you could do me a favor and click that subscribe button below. It doesn't cost anything, it helps the channel out, and you can always change your mind later. So let's begin.
I'm standing in front of Nanuet School District, Miller, where I have my antibody papers.
Your antibody papers? Yeah. There's no such thing as antibody papers, Karen. Antibodies are key parts to the immune system. They bind with foreign invaders and try to determine what they are and then signal the immune system to start. With SARS-CoV-2, there's no definite timetable as to how long you'll stay immune from SARS-CoV-2 after the initial infection. According to an article on WebMD, researchers in Hong Kong have confirmed that a patient previously infected with SARS-CoV-2 got reinfected. So screw your antibody papers, Karen, and wear a mask, you idiot.
My pocket constitution. Medically, I'm unable to wear a mask.
Stupidity is not a medical condition, Karen, and neither is being an idiot.
And I was asked to leave school property picking up my granddaughter. They said that they will personally walk her to me.
Sounds to me like the school's making special arrangements for the medically inept morons who refuse to wear a mask when picking up their kids.
I will be on the news and I will be calling my attorney.
I bet lawyers are making a killing off of these self-entitled idiots. Just because you call a news station or get a lawyer involved doesn't mean you're gonna win an unwinnable case, Karen.
As you can see, everyone's wearing a mask. I have my paperwork saying I don't have to wear it, and I have my antibodies.
I bet this idiot can't even spell antibodies. And I'm sorry, but according to the 10th Amendment in that little pocket constitution that you carry, the state, county, and municipal governments have the right and responsibility to issue mandates to protect the health of the general public, especially during a pandemic.
So you all know who I am, and you all know where I'm going next. Okay? Let's see what happens. They got the wrong one here. Mask, sheep everywhere.
Wait, you're calling the kids walking around on the school ground sheep because they're wearing a mask? Do you really have to wonder why they won't let you back onto the school property? Guys, we're dealing with a human who has the mental capacity of a defective KFC sport. Wear a fucking mask, Karen, and stop being a fucking idiot.
But wait! There's more! Okay, people. So this is an extension of my video from this morning. Not only are these children forced to wear a fucking mask, but now they actually have to do schoolwork on it about how it's normal. It's not fucking normal, people.
Do you kiss your grandkids with that dirty ass mouth, Karen? Look, for things to return to anything resembling normalcy, the very first thing we have to do is get control of the spread of the virus. And as of yesterday in America, there were 75,000 new cases with over 1,000 new deaths. That's the exact opposite of being in control of the spread. Not to mention that we still don't even have a definitive medical response to people who get infected with the virus. But until we do, washing your hands and practicing responsible social distancing are the most effective tools we have in fighting the spread of the virus. So put on your mask, Karen, and don't be an idiot.
Wake the fuck up, because guess what? I'm gonna start fighting against this. Who's with me? Do you have any of the New York parents? Maybe some of my fucking school districts? You all know where I am. I'm sure you Googled me.
You all knows whose I ams. I'm sure you Googles me. You're damn right I did. Crazy New York grandma screams at kid in front of school because she doesn't want to wear a mask? How could I not?
If anybody wants to stand up against this, let me know, because I'm in. This is fucking a disgrace. A disgrace. Masks are not normal.
Yeah, I know, right? It's almost as if we're dealing with a worldwide pandemic, and wearing a mask is one of the most effective tools for preventing the perpetuation of this pandemic. And like I said earlier, society won't be going back to normal until idiots like you take preventing the spread of the virus seriously. And even then, we're looking at a new normal. Now before we move on to the next video, is there anything intelligent you would like to add?
Chum 2020, motherfucker. Fuck out of here.
I said intelligent, you idiot. Moving on.
That is why I ride a bike, okay? Are you going to refuse me service? Because I need this water and I would like this large mocha to go.
Alright, time for the mad biker, who's in an extreme rush to get back to his job, but has plenty of time to argue about wearing a mask. Fucking idiot.
Right across the park so I can walk. I will buy your water. Get out of here. I'm telling you. You gonna make me a call? Okay. So shut up talking to me. Shut up talking to me, okay? But you got to put yourself in a different chair, okay? Shut up talking to me.
Calm down, Napoleon Coronapart. Threatening patrons of a business because you want to be an idiot and don't want to follow the rules is not going to work out well for you. Especially when you stand about as tall as his nipples and you're as skinny as me.
You got your thread on there? Yes. You got your thread in the Yeah. I'm a customer here, right?
I'd bet money that you're not going to be a customer there very long, Karen. Businesses are finally standing up to you pieces of shit who think it's a value to the business that you choose to spend your money there. Unfortunately for you, Karen, this pandemic has severely reduced your social position in this world.
Are you a cop? Are you my doctor? Are you an attorney general? Are you anything? You're somebody with a fucked up ass opinion with some fucked up ass politics, okay? And you can get your ass busted.
More threats of violence from a 110-pound idiot with a 225-pound ego. And I really wish people would quit politicizing the issue of masks. Science doesn't give a shit what your political viewpoints are, and COVID-19 doesn't discriminate between Democrats and Republicans.
Straight up. I need my coffee. Right, and I'm going right across here to get my work done.
So wear a fucking mask, Karen. Do I really need to be the one to point out that if you'd have just put on a mask, you'd have already purchased your water and coffee and been back out on your bike enjoying your liberties and freedoms? What the fuck is wrong with these idiots?
Did you not serve me this morning? I'm the first customer in here this morning, right? First customer in here yesterday morning, right? So, I need to be served, not discriminated against, right?
Oh God, you poor fucking baby. You're not being discriminated upon when there's a state, county, or citywide mandate. Now, if they choose to let other anti-mask morons in and still keep you out, then you might have an argument. But until then, wear a fucking mask, buy your shit, and get out of their store, you fucking idiot.
It's just really,
You don't understand. This is a $75,000 fine for the first offense. Okay, $250,000 each offense after that, right? You cannot discriminate against people for your beliefs, okay?
It's not a $75,000 fine to ask someone to wear a mask when there's a mask mandate in place, you idiot. From now on, when someone tells someone else they can be fined $75,000 for asking them to wear a mask, I'm just going to start telling them they can be fined $76,000 for voluntary public retardation. That will either shut them up or make me a rich man.
I'm rich, bitch!
And now it's time for our main video.
And I'd like for you to obtain and retain that video surveillance of what just occurred there. What's wrong with it? How dare these two females talk to me like this? How dare they pressure me after I told them to leave it alone about the mask?
Yeah, how dare those two females who are doing their job actually do their job? And please don't tell me that with all those muscles, wearing a cloth mask is just too much for you to handle, Karen. You're an idiot.
I was very nice to them. I was very nice to them, and I told them to leave it alone. Okay? I told them leave it alone. And I told them I'm here with my family, having a nice time out. How dare you disrespect that and try to ruin that? And I'm your elder. Have respect for me.
Did you really just call yourself their elder? This isn't 1669, Karen. Where making it past 30 meant you knew what the fuck you were doing. This is 2020. And in 2020, what makes a person intelligent is not age, but intelligence. And you have none, Karen, because you are a fucking idiot.
Getting yelled at me. They kept disrespecting me and pushing me and talking, telling me that I have to go outside and that I can't buy ice cream.
Wow, this idiot is serious about his ice cream. If having sugar, milk, and water is that damn important to you, then put on a fucking mask, order your ice cream, go outside, and take it back off. It's that fucking simple.
I have to go outside, pushing me by telling me that I have to wear a mask. That's not acceptable.
Well, that's not really pushing you either now, is it, Karen? And what these idiots seem to forget is that this is America, and you have options. If you don't like the store that has the bad mask policy, then don't shop there. Go find a store that openly welcomes team-killing fucktards like yourself.
Do you understand that you are not any person to tell me what to do? I am the customer.
Fuck you, Karen. If you want ice cream that bad, either go make it yourself or follow the fucking rules and someone else will make it for you, you idiot.
Okay, so I want to file a complaint then. Listen. Give me the video surveillance footage, and I'm going to take it to the news, and I'm going to take it to the police. Because listen, first of all, listen to me.
You make it really hard to listen to you and take you seriously when you wear your sunglasses inside of your house. Only an idiot would record himself doing that and post it to the internet.
You don't talk to me this way. Right now, you're making the same mistake as they are. Who the fuck are you to talk to me? You know who the fuck I am? No, you don't. Who am I? Tell me who I am. Tell me who I am.
You're John Gotti's retarded fucking cousin. That's who. And what gives you the right to speak to him the way you are? What? You think it's okay because you were buying a $2 ice cream and you have steroid balloons on your arm? Sorry, Karen, but none of that shit matters anymore. The customer isn't always right, and you are a fucking idiot.
I just asked you if you know who I am to talk to me this way. You said yes, I know. No, I'm not just one of your customers. You have the wrong motherfucker you're talking to.
Here we go again with more tough guy bullshit. A tough guy, keep in mind, that probably spends hundreds of dollars on hair grease each month, but can't afford a fucking phone made in the last 3 decades. Karen, you're an idiot.
Don't talk to me this way. Listen to me. Don't talk to me this way. Lower your voice. Hey, listen, lower your voice. No, I want to file a complaint with the police. I want to call the police. No, I want to call the police, so I need your name.
My man has arms the size of pythons. And did he really just threaten to call the police because he didn't get his fucking ice cream? Wow. Just fucking wow.
I'm telling you, you will not talk to me that way. That's why I said fuck you. I'm telling you that you as a man cannot talk to me as a man like this. If we are face to face, you will never fucking speak to me this way, so you show respect to me.
I'm telling you, man, this idiot is gonna beat someone up if he doesn't get his fucking ice cream now.
You understand me, Alvin? Alvin, you lower your voice and you listen to me. No, listen to me. You don't tell me what the fuck to do, motherfucker.
Again, Karen, your kids are right there watching you act like a total fucking idiot. It's probably not best to inadvertently encourage your children to make the same antisocial mistakes that you make. And that starts with being a good role model, especially when you're right in front of them. It's times like these that makes me start feeling like an aptitude test is necessary before people are allowed to breathe.
You don't tell me shit, motherfucker, ever. That's what I'm telling you. You don't tell me nothing, motherfucker. That's what I'm telling you. If you have a problem with that, you fucking call the police, you do whatever the fuck you want. You don't tell me shit. Okay, Alvin? Are you there? You hanging up and run? Fuck this guy. He's scared to give me his last name. He's a Chinese guy. He doesn't speak English.
Great. So you're not only an anti-mask, anti-science idiot, but you're also a racist too. And if that man wasn't speaking English, then how the fuck were you communicating with him? Were you maybe lying, Karen?
He's not even a fucking American. You didn't talk to me this way. Fuck that piece of shit.
Nah, fuck you, Karen. Whether he's an American or not doesn't fucking matter. He's a human being and deserves more respect than you gave him just now. And why? Because you didn't want to wear a fucking mask? Karen, you're a fucking idiot. Okay, so I think this is going to be where we end the video today. It's quite obvious that these 3 Karens aren't the sharpest hypodermic needles in the steroid supply bag. Because these Karens, like all anti-mask Karens, are a bunch of fucking idiots. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around until the end of the video. If you found this video entertaining or interesting, then give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And a massive shout out to all of my channel members and patrons whose support helps me keep doing what I love to do, calling out idiots on the internet. I'm Team Skeptic, and I'm out.
appreciate you taking time to talk to me.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, this is more your territory, so yeah, thanks for humoring me. Yeah, no, that was definitely cool. I'm happy to. This is definitely interesting. So
Yeah.
happy to talk more about it.
All right, well, I might go. Be careful what you say, because I love talking about it even more. Maybe I'll actually take you up on that. And it sounds like you have some interest in maybe like.
All right, so who else do you think I'm going to talk to you about today? That happens to be an underage girl. Okay. You don't remember their names, or?
I haven't talked to any for so long. I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, it's been a while since you talked to other ones?
Yeah.
Okay, exactly. So what were their names?
Well, one was Sarah and then Sarah.
Uh-huh.
That's the one I know.
Sarah? How old was Sarah?
Claimed to be 13.
Okay. Thank you for being honest. Because basically when I ask you those questions, I already knew how old Sarah and Emily were, but when I ask you those questions, I'm just testing your honesty. So I do appreciate that, man, okay? And look, because, you know, obviously this is pretty lengthy right here, and this isn't going to take 2 minutes, as I'm sure as you know, but before we do get into these, I just want to say, look, man, I'm not coming at you like I'm perfect or better than you, okay? Because we all have vices, we all have stuff we want to hide from people, okay? I'm currently hiding secrets from these three right here that they don't know about. He's hiding secrets from me, he's hiding secrets from me, he's hiding secrets from me, and some stuff just comes to light. So I'm not telling you that, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to judge you, okay? We're just going to go over with these and just the whole core of everything, all right?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Cold? You need your jacket?
No.
Okay. And does Angela know we're here?
Well, so obviously.
Okay. I think you should probably tell her that.
I will. After we're done.
Well, no. I mean, tell her that like we're not like threatening you or anything, because, you know, if she takes some action, you know, basically saying we're intruders or anything like that, you know, obviously.
Well, that's what I'm trying. What are you here for?
Well, we're here to go over messages with Emily and Sarah.
Yeah, but who are you with?
Who am I with?
Yeah.
Well, why are you messaging Emily and Sarah? Then I'll tell you who I'm with, okay?
Yeah.
Right. But, and like I said, hey, man, I got a lot of questions for you, and if you have questions for me after, that's more than fair, okay?
You know, they wanted to meet up, and I said no, so, I mean, I understood. Mm-hmm. You can't meet up with me, period.
Right.
You can chat, but you can't meet up.
Okay. So, just to be clear, this was you talking to Emily only, right?
As far as I know.
Okay. So if you said Sarah was a long time ago,
Yeah, it was.
yeah, well, I can tell her we're friends, or you
become an alcoholic. I don't know. What started it? They started drinking.
Right, but what started your interest in underage young ladies?
A girl texted me one time, and I just started talking to her.
And how old was that girl that texted you?
I don't remember.
Okay, she was just under 18?
I'm pretty sure the picture looked like she was.
Okay, how old did she look like?
14.
Okay, so I assume it was kind of the same subject matter as Emily and Sarah? Got you aroused when she would talk sexual to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3. Okay. So far, what you told Emily is she was the only one, and now right now you have Sarah, and you have another one. So, Paul, you've been on Instagram for a few years now, okay? I know it's been over a year. If you want to say 2 years, that's cool. You've been following them for 2 years. There's no way on earth it's only 3.
Yeah.
I think it's more around 10 or 11.
I don't know.
Okay. So just 3. Okay, that's fine. Where was the one that messaged you in the first place from?
I have no clue. I don't remember.
Okay. So, it would be kind of scary but exciting then, letting my hands go over your back and grab your butt. Okay? And then you say, how would you react to kissing me and feeling you? She said, I would like it. Me too. And you said, I would feel you all over. And you say, hee, you would. And what is feel you all over? And you said, my hands wander on your body. So it seems like you got extremely carried away in these messages, obviously.
Yeah.
So I know there was a point, and obviously today you weren't planning on going to meet.
No.
Not at all. I think you got more carried away in other days than today. Okay. So on those days that you got carried away, and I'm not saying you did it, you didn't actually go and meet her, did you?
No, hell no.
Okay.
Not me. No.
Okay.
No. That's no.
Okay. And you said my hands wander on your body, and you said yes, and see what you like or when you stop them. So, if you were to do anything with her in person, it was gonna be if she would have told you to stop, you would have stopped.
I wouldn't even touch her in person. She's 11 years old.
No, I'm just saying if it were to happen, though, theoretically.
I wouldn't even go visit. I wouldn't even go meet her. I wouldn't go meet at all, period.
Got you.
So there is no chance of anything, even remotely.
Okay. And you said we would let our hands caress each other's bodies.
Yeah.
Hands move on your back and arms and on your butt. Nice, and you do the same with me. And what does 2L what does 2L mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either. Is it like some Polynesian word here?
Spell check wrong.
Yeah, and you? Why? Thought so. I thought we lived in the same area. I was making sure yep, we do. Why did you make sure? I don't know, because I forgot where you live. And you said, have you sit in my lap with your back to me and my arms around you. Okay. Sounds good. She said, holding you, would you like? You said, what else would you like? Will I hold you, or what would you do? Has anybody found out that you're the way you are?
No.
Okay. Well, you know what it is? What is it?
Me.
Okay. Well, who's that? Okay. So I know you've probably been talking to girls for 1 or 2 years, but when did you start feeling like you were?
6 months ago.
6 months ago, you started feeling like you were. So you were messaging underage girls for 2 years, and 6 months. So why did it hit you after a year and a half of messaging kids that you're?
Because that's what it is, and that's what reality was telling me.
How do you feel about that?
Don't like it. I've been trying to stop it.
What have you been doing to try to stop it?
Not messaging any girls except for Emily.
Okay. All right. Well, you said
a lot of them from being friends.
So all the friends you would talk to, you deleted them that were underage?
I didn't talk to them. A lot of them are just friends, so I just deleted them.
Okay.
I didn't talk to them.
Well, I don't think there was conversations like Emily, Sarah, and the first girl, but I think you either reached out and said hello, 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 and maybe a lot of them didn't respond. Maybe a few did, but I don't think the conversations went like this. So by talking to them, I don't think you talk to them. I just think maybe you just said hello once in a while. Is that more accurate to say? Okay. So how many underage young ladies do you think you just said hello to? Because it has to be. Well, obviously it's more than 3. You just told me that.
Easy.
Yeah. Most didn't respond.
A lot responded.
Where were they from?
No clue.
Gotcha.
I don't ask them.
There's literally a little girl right there, man. That's your neighbor.
Yeah.
Do you know her name?
Yeah. Autumn.
Okay. How old's Autumn? 10? Okay. So you're younger than Emily. Okay. For sure, French kiss, me, hugs me, lay next to me, chest to chest, arms around each other. And you said had good dreams about us last night after our chat. So what was that dream, if you remember?
Just saying I had a good dream. Conversation.
I guess with the plaid shirt and then your right hand and your sick mind, you'd lumber for a lot. What do you think?
Said Paul's famous.
No. Okay. And you said, the dream you said was having fun together at a park. Okay. Do you remember that dream? Okay.
It wasn't a dream. It was just chat up. She didn't talk about something. I asked her, I want to go to a park. I want to do this.
Yeah.
I just asked.
And you said swinging. Okay.
Yeah, it's going on a swing set.
Swinging, chasing each other.
Yeah.
I would like to see your body too, because you would ask for a lot of full body photos. Do you remember asking for a nude or a quote unquote naughty photo?
Yeah, naughty photo. Sexy.
Okay. So can a naughty photo entail a nude? Yes or no?
Probably.
Okay. So basically, when you said naughty photo, you were just throwing out, I hope it's a nude or raunchy.
No.
Well, what is, you just told me naughty
Just
photo
naughty photo.
entails.
I couldn't tell anything, but I didn't ask for a new picture.
No, you just said naughty photo.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does naughty photo mean?
I mean, it's just sexy.
So basically, a kind of raunchy photo to turn you on a little bit. All right. So I gotta ask, when was the first time you received a quote-unquote naughty photo of somebody under 18?
I haven't.
Okay. When was the first time you asked? It was with Sarah or the first girl? Which one?
Neither one of these.
Okay. So you said a pic from your waist up, or you standing. You spelled waist, W-A-S-T-E. What's your education level?
College graduate.
Really? Where'd you go to college at? From your waist up. I think the W-A-S-T-E you were trying to spell was your name there, but not really her waist. But anyway, you said yes, dear. And she said, I'll take one Monday when I'm at school, hee hee. Okay, you said kisses and hugs and a feel of your butt, hee hee. Did you go to Utah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Utes or Utah State? You went to the Utes? Which Utah was it? So, okay, so that was 4-year degree at Salt Lake Community College? You have an associate's degree. Let's do it all then and make it out. And make out. Hee hee. You like and want to do, kiss, now your turn, feel you out. So basically, you were talking about feeling her all over her body.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's what you call it.
Okay. So it was just a fantasy you had with said Emily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And while I like that, lots of enjoyable fun we can have then. And you said we'll have enjoyable fun together. And you said we would kiss and make out. And you said nice, you will like, I hope. And you said let my hands wander around your body while kissing. And you said nice, can't wait to feel you. So can you feel her over the phone or is that in person too?
She's dreaming.
Well, sure, but is the active feeling on the phone or in person? When you feel somebody, is that on the phone or is that in person?
Well, you'd have to feel somebody in person.
Okay. When you put your hands on somebody, is that on the phone or in person?
In person.
Okay.
Man, talk about education. You need to get yours too.
Hello.
You know, you did more college than I have. Let's see. Nice. Can't wait to feel you. Touching you will be awesome. Well, I don't mean to make you jealous here, but I repeated a grade of elementary. Yeah.
Happens to the best of us.
No, I know. I just thought you'd get jealous about that. But anyway, you said touching you will be awesome, and she said it will. And you said, oh yes, do you want me to touch you? So Paul, is touching in person or is that on the phone?
I don't know how educated.
How educated am I? I'm asking you, is touching in person or on the phone?
I don't know. It's obvious you're not intelligent because most people know touching is.
You're not going to gaslight me. I'm just asking you the question. Test your honesty.
It's in person.
Okay,
Everybody
there you
knows
go.
that.
Okay. All right. So basically, a lot of what you're talking about here is in person. I'm not saying this is you beating her. I'm just saying you're talking about stuff in person with her.
In person with somebody.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. And you said, sweetie, I will then. And you said, can't wait to see you. Love you, Emily. So that's when you started to catch the feelings. Okay. And you said, makes me happy to know you love me. So it was a mutual thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to feel you against me so bad. So, as a Mr. Associate's degree, is that in person or is that on the phone? I want to. Okay. I'm just asking because you're the teacher here, Paul. Okay.
Well, you know, it's just, I get it. I know where you're coming from. I got this whole thing down. I did the messaging thing. I just don't get why we're going to drag it out so long. What the point is. I know it's, you know, but, okay, I get it. You've got all the information. You know what I've said and done. Okay.
No, right, and you know, like I said, obviously you have the ability to better yourself. You have the ability to control yourself to a point. So that's why I just want to have that conversation with you. Is an hour in the cold? Yeah, of course. But I mean, you know, this should be the least, you know. So, okay. I have to figure out sometime if you really want to see me. Okay. So is it true that you asked for her apartment number too?
Yeah, because she said come see me. I don't know where to see you.
Okay. Good morning, my girl. Hello, my love, I can. Where? You remember the apartment number she told you? What was it?
I believe she said 412.
That's correct. Thank you for your honesty. Where do you want me to touch you first? And she says, anywhere you want. And you said, yes, but where do you want? So again, I appreciate you not forcing yourself onto her. I appreciate you making it a mutual thing or a consensual thing. So, like I said, if these chats were like, I mean, blah, 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 you can't do anything about it, the conversation would be going a lot different. But like I said, I think this is more of a, in your words, a mistake rather than you being a bad person. You know what I'm trying to say? So, even though you do have a little mouth on you, Paul, I will say that. I will say that. But I think if this wasn't the setting, we'd definitely be kicking it with some alcohol or something like that for sure. But anyway, and you said really bad. You want me to? I want to touch you so bad. So that was, I'm sure, when you got carried away and horny.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you say I want to touch you so bad, so in that moment, I believe there were moments throughout this conversation where you truly did want to meet. Ultimately, you didn't, but there were moments where you truly did want to meet. Is that correct? Okay. Yeah, because
wouldn't be saying that you didn't.
Right. Right. So how many times? Was it just one, or was it 2, 3, 4? How many times were you on the brink of driving that car to go meet her before you decided against it? Okay. How many times was it in your mind to go do it before you decided against it?
Once.
Okay. So there was a set time where you were like, I'm going to go do this today. Then you decided against it last minute?
No, I decided against it right after I said I was going to do it.
Okay. Where were you? Were you at home or at work?
Home.
What day was that? Was it when Angelina was alone? Is it Angelica or Angelina?
Allison.
Allison. Yeah. Okay. You said, I'm so happy to meet you. You make me happy. Blah, blah, blah. And you said, still would like a pic of your body, sweetheart. Love you so much. So then, baby girl, you know, these are redundant. I'm going to do a solid and we'll skip a few of these, okay? Because I'm not going to lie, I'm cold too. And I know you get the point of this, okay? But
oh, yeah.
I hope this scares you out of doing this again.
Yes.
Yep. So you said, and again, I'm going to ask you as somebody with a second grade education to Mr. Master's degree.
I wish.
Yeah. I mean, pretty soon your associates, as soon as Allison finds out about this, it's going to turn from a master's to a bachelor pretty quick. But
Yeah.
I digress. I'm just kidding, buddy. But okay. So you said hang out. So you said hang out. So I'm going to ask you as a second grader.
Mr. Paulie, what is hanging out in person or is that over the phone?
Okay. Kiss, make out.
Mr. Paulie is kissing and making out over the phone or is that in person?
Okay. Snuggle.
Mr. Paulie is snuggling in person or is that over the phone?
Okay. Do some touching on each other.
Mr. Paulie, is that over the phone or in person? I don't know, Mr. Paulie.
What is it?
It's in person.
Okay.
I mean, how many times do you want to... It's in person, it's obvious. I mean, it's...
Okay.
I said it, it's in person. I don't know if we have to keep asking it, same thing. It's in person.
Okay. So, you did say all the stuff in person, and, oh golly, I gotta find it. My God, you typed so much, I had to print out all this crap, Paul. Jesus.
Sorry.
It's okay. Where do you want me to touch you first? Like, Paul, all of these are literally the same chat.
I know. Boring as hell.
I know.
I'm a boring person. I just don't want to be aggressive. It's not.
No, and I
how you
appreciate
should be.
that. I appreciate that about you.
Mr. Paulie is being the question.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So you said, so if I bought you a sexy pair of panties, would you wear them for me? Okay. So, what were the panties that you were looking to buy for her?
I said shorts or bikini.
Okay. Where were you planning on buying it from? You were just going to get her like short shorts or a bikini?
Buy them at all.
Well,
I wouldn't know where to put them.
Okay. Well, you have the internet, right? Obviously.
Yeah, I don't buy stuff on the internet.
Okay. So probably Target or Walmart.
I wouldn't buy them. I'm not even going to meet her.
Right. So you said one would be biking style, one would be the cutie shorts type. So I don't think you were going to do it today, yesterday, whatever. But in that moment, when you were saying you're getting carried away, it's obvious you obviously want to plan on getting those for her when the time was right.
I just think it's more of a present.
More of a So more of a present than a sex toy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's this?
It's my daughter.
You can ask them questions. Whatever you want to tell her, you can tell her. I'm just going to remain silent. If she asks me anything, I'll just tell her the truth.
You gonna come next to me, Pablo?
You're freezing, dude.
Eric, relax.
I'm so out of breath, dude.
What's her, is that a,
Look at
is that
his
Michaela?
gloves on.
or-
Look, yes.
You have my other glove on. Oh, she lives here for me.
Your mom probably told her what's going on. Okay. Are there any weapons in the house that they come out shooting with? I just got to check the boxes. So you wanted to give her a gift that was a bikini or biker shorts. Okay. And you said, I will have to get a pic. And you said, what's her favorite color? She said pink. And you said, yummy pink is sweet. So what's your favorite color?
Turquoise.
Turquoise. Okay. Let's see. Yes, you and me touching each other and making us feel good will be nice in my hands wandering on you and rub your boob. Okay. I don't think you were ever trying to go meet Sarah. I don't think you're ever going to try to meet the first girl. I personally don't know who the first girl is. That I don't know about. However, with Emily, it got to the point where you were so carried away that I think not only, I don't think it was 100% you were going to meet her. I think it was a 50-50 battle you had with yourself quite a few times. Okay.
Not about it, but no. I know you can't do that, so.
Okay.
Just don't.
So there were moments in this chat where you truly didn't want to, but ultimately it was a no. Okay. So. Sure. Let's try to come out in a minute, okay?
Damn, no joke.
Uta.
Uta.
So basically, he said in chat, so I'm gonna nail him with that. Didn't you say this trial? Wait, Paul, where'd you go? I hope he doesn't get. Paul, you gonna come out yet? Oh, wow, really blended in there, buddy. Sorry, I'm only a second grade educated. Okay. All right. Wow, you're like that survivalist right now. What's his name? Bear Grylls? But I think in your case, Bear Little Girls. Yeah, I think that's more accurate for you. You should start a survival channel on like the Russian website or whatever. Bear Little Girls or Bear Girls. Anyway, and rub your, and you said boob with an exclamation point. What would you do? And you said 3 question marks. And you said, really? Would you let me rub your boobs? So, obviously you were fetishizing her to a point. Okay, I gotta repeat the second go again, Paul. I'm totally done. Fetishize. If I say that word. Mr. Masters, can you tell me how? Fetish, it's a tongue twister. Fetishizing. Fetishizer. Gunther. Oh, Paul. Bambrick, is that a German name? Irish, okay. Okay. This is why I want to pick up your boobs, so I know. I would then put my hands up your shirt. Okay, so we're going to revisit what naughty means. You said this is why I want to pick up your boobs. You remember asking for the boob pick?
Yeah, I was asking.
So, Mr. Paulie, is a boob nude or is that with clothes on?
Could be either way.
We all know what you're referencing here, so I'm going to ask you again.
Mr. Paulie, when you said I want to pick up your boobs.
That's when you got carried away and asked for a nude, is that correct?
I didn't ask for a nude.
Okay, a topless.
Didn't you say topless?
Okay, just a picture of your
with
boobs.
a shirt on.
Okay. Obviously a suggestive photo then of her boobs.
Not suggestive.
Okay. Okay. You said. Okay, so here you ask for one with a shirt. You said, I really want to see your boobs with a tight shirt on. Okay. And you said, can you send me a pic of them? And you said after I play with them, I would suck on them. Oh, it would be so nice to see.
Mr. Paulie, does sucking on boobs, is that in pushing or is that over the phone?
Okay. Person.
Okay.
And you said, yes, and lick your nipples.
Mr. Paulie, is licking nipples and pushing or over the phone?
Person.
Okay. Seems like, did you ever mention phone? So everything you mentioned was in person then. You didn't mention phone. You mentioned a video call, which wasn't even sexual, which is fair enough. But every single thing you mentioned was in person. Every single thing.
I guess.
Mr. Paulie, was every single thing you mentioned in pushing or over the phone?
Person.
That's right. And you said, well, I would lay you down. And she said, we can, hee. And you said, do you know what I would do next? And you said, I would lay next to you and kiss you while rubbing your boobs and nipples. Okay. And then my hand would roam down your waist. You waste. W-A-S-T-E. So, Paul, I'm going to ask you again. We're going to revisit this. When did the urges truly start for you? It's been for a while, hasn't it?
No. That's not.
Okay. And then you said you're going to rub it past your pants top. Then you said I would run it to your thigh and down, and you said I would slide my hands between your legs. I assume to her. I would slide my hands between your legs to slide it up, slide it till it stop at the end, and then said pull it up and you rub some. And then you asked, have you ever touched yourself? And then you said, I would do it to you if you want. So you talked about...
Did say that.
Have you ever touched yourself?
Just touched yourself doesn't...
What does it mean?
Could be.
Okay. So basically, in a way, her. Okay. So what does touching yourself mean then?
That's the shit. Touch yourself.
Okay. So when you ask a lady, have you touched yourself? It means when a guy touches himself, it means. So when you say have you ever touched yourself, after you talked about play, after you talked about kissing all over her and feeling on her, putting your hand between her legs,
Yeah.
that means self. Am I correct when I say that?
If that's what you want to read it.
Well, that is how I want to read it.
Okay.
But I'm asking you, is that correct?
No, that's not what I said.
Okay.
Touch.
So just like this?
No.
So what is it really?
Touching a private area.
Touching a private area? Okay, so basically pretty much yourself, touching yourself down there. Okay. Okay. And you said, yes, I want to touch you, make you feel good. Okay. Said, yes, I want to touch you, make you feel good. Okay. I need a sexy pic of my girl. Okay, new sexy pic. So I can dream of touching her body everywhere. So again, for sexual purposes. And you said you in your panties and t-shirt, close up. So does, I assume panties mean underwear? Okay. Okay. So, here, a few days ago, you asked for her apartment number, is that correct? Okay.
Because she said come visit me.
Sure. So, I think this was probably to check to see if it was authentic or not because you wanted to meet her. But you asked, I don't know which apartment you are. And then she asks you, did you go by the apartments? So I think you went by the apartments.
I didn't. I said I did.
Right, you said you did.
I said I did because I just wanted to see.
I don't think you were going by the apartments to go meet her. I think you were going by to see if it was real or not.
You didn't go by at all.
What day did you say you went by? Right.
I didn't go by. I just said I did to see.
To see what?
I'm trying to figure out what she was doing. I mean, I just.
To figure out what she was doing.
And it hit me with reality that why would a 11-year-old girl want to have an old man like me?
Right. But, Paul, like I said, I don't think you went searching door to door for Emily.
No, I did not drive to the apartment.
I think you absolutely drove to the apartments.
I did not.
You didn't drive to the apartments?
No.
Look, Paul,
I
you
did
admitted
not
that you
drive.
got carried away in these messages here.
I did not.
You admitted that you thought about meeting her.
Honest to God, I've been honest with you. I did not drive by her apartments at all.
Okay.
I don't know where they're at. They're in Salt Lake.
That's fine. Okay.
And she said, River something apartment.
Okay. Then you said...
And I'm honest, I did not drive to the apartments to see her.
Okay.
Because I don't even, didn't need to go, don't need to see anything.
So you said, then I would ruin your thigh down, slide my hand between your legs, slide it up, blah, 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 start up again. And then, can I ask, have you rubbed yourself? Okay. So, you said, yes, I want to touch you, make you feel good, do you know what I mean? How and where I want to feel you. Do you want to chat more about it, or you can say no? So again, you're not really forceful here, you're just more of a... If she's interested, then you're interested. So, then, she asks you, have you seen those pictures before? And you said, yes, really. A few that were posted on other sites. So, Paul, I don't think you received... Emily didn't send you a nude, did she? Sarah didn't send you a nude? The first girl didn't send you a nude. So the only time you've seen said naughty photos of young ladies under 18 was just on other websites that weren't sent to you. They were on Instagram?
They're all over Instagram.
Okay. So, Who would send those said naughty photos to you? Just other guys?
Nobody. I've never received anything.
Okay. So you said you saw a few that were posted on other sites. So what were those other sites?
Instagram posts. Other Instagram people.
That's not what another site is. So those naughty photos.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Those naughty
Instagram posts or sites. Is that what they call them?
Those naughty photos. Were they full nude or just topless type of stuff?
No. Bras and underwear.
Bras and underwear of people around Emily's age.
Yeah.
Okay. So Paul, you didn't message her on your Telegram at all, did you? Okay. So those.
I only have Instagram.
Okay. Do you know what Telegram is?
No. It's I guess it's probably another messaging service.
Okay. So Paul. Oh. By the way, what time is it right now?
I don't even know.
It's 5:55. Oh. God damn, is it like, you know that pickles place that we were talking about? Yeah, can you order those right now?
Yeah.
I'm hungry. Yeah, huh?
They were ass. Last time we got them, they were ass.
Dude, that was in Idaho, bro. That was in Idaho, dude. Okay. So, Paul, when was the first time, and I'm sure you've since deleted it, but when was the first time you screenshotted one of those photos and saved it before you deleted it? You haven't? So, Paul, if I was to go through your phone right now, if you were to give me your phone and I were to go through it, would I find anything on there that shouldn't be on there? Okay. So how come you never saved any of those photos? You're too careful? Why not? Okay, so because you're too careful. You're checking your boxes. Okay. But they look your age or maybe older. And she said, do you like pictures like that? You said you do. So how are we going to address this problem of you being a child?
Stop and relax.
Okay. So why should I not go in there? Why should I not tell them the truth about what happened?
They already know. She's in the garage listening, she said.
Really? What did she tell you?
Just in the garage listening.
Well, what did she tell you about that?
She didn't say a word. I came back out here.
Okay. So, does Michaela know?
I'm sure she does now.
Okay. Mind if I have a word with her? Alright. Then I'll introduce myself to all of you guys, know who I am. Show their face.
Do I have the camera down?
You can put it, but we're gonna blur it. What'd you say? Yeah, we'll put them down.
I don't want the cameras on me.
They're down.
Stop me, and I don't want the cameras on me. I'm angry enough. Please turn that away.
Oh, it's down.
Away.
Yep, it's down.
It's on still. I want it off. I don't want my voice on there. I don't want anything on here. I am so angry I can't stand it, and I really don't want to do it.
Well, they're like down over there. Okay, it's not gonna pick your voice up.
It's still on. I can see the red light.
No, it's on, but it's not gonna pick your voice up over there. Okay, and I'm sure my back's blocking it. All right, and you're not gonna be on anywhere or anything. Okay, I can assure you that. All right. So, what?
I was outside listening for some of it, so I know enough that I don't even care.
So basically, he was messaging for the past few months an 11-year-old girl, soliciting her, and he said there's been multiple other girls where he's talked. He hasn't gone this far, and I believe him on that, but multiple other girls that he's talked in that type of way to, and he did admit that he is a child. So, okay, what's messaging an 11-year-old girl sexually? What's a child football? Goes and gets girls. Okay. So, is it self-proclaimed messaging a girl online asking for naughty photos? Is that or no? You don't think asking for naughty photos? So, dude, you literally have your wife crying. Paul, is soliciting nudes?
Okay, where are we going? Okay, we already had this conversation. Where are we going from here? Let me know what's happening.
What do you think should happen?
I don't know what's happening. I'm lost. I don't know. You tell what this, I assume you guys are some type of a tax force or something. Or are you just people who, are you with the police or are you with just a group of concerned people?
Well, we're actually, we're CPP, Concerned Patrol.
Thank you for giving me who you are.
Yes. And our leader's name is Thomas Fellows. I'm not Thomas Fellows, but he lives over in Colorado. He lives in his bunker owned by his father, who's a multimillionaire. And yeah, so what we do is we catch online child, such as Paul, and obviously something needs to be done about this. And I know you had nothing to do with this or no. But I mean, do you know how selfish this is, Paul? To do this to your wife?
Yeah, I know.
The one you said you loved?
I do love her.
I know people. I know this has also been going on for over 2 years.
It has not. See, you don't know anything. It has not. Oh, you're
You don't become 56 years old and then decide that you're. That's Paul. We all know that. Well, I mean, look what you did to her, man.
I know. I got a lot to do. I know.
Yeah, you sure do, man. So what's the picture of you roofing? Is that part of your long gear job?
That's good.
Well, let's finish this up out here. We're gonna find out what should we're gonna find out how this never happens again. Okay.
I don't know how you never have to. You just don't do it.
But how can I trust you, man? It's been because you told Emily.
Obviously, you can figure it out because you'll find me doing it again if I'm doing it again.
But you told Emily that she was the only girl, and there's multiple others you reached out to.
Guys,
2 others you talked sexually to, at least. And whatever you say, it's probably 10 times more. So.
No, not really. I'm a bad person. I turn bad all of a sudden. It has been 2 years.
Okay. I think we should probably tell Michaela and your other daughter too. Do you have a son? You have a Kyle, right? Kyle served in the military? Really? So what's that picture of him in like the old camo with his buddies?
Plays airsoft.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, do you have like do you have any apps you can delete from your phone or something? Where's your phone at?
Don't worry about it. Your business.
Okay. So I think if I were to look through that phone, and of course now at this point you have no reason to be honest with me because you have your wife crying, and frankly you don't want to make it worse. So this can only come from you. And like I said, I know it's going to be hard to talk about, but Paul, I think we both know if I had your phone, I'd find something on there that's not supposed to be on there because you do get carried away. It doesn't make you a bad person, but you're obviously a person, at least the past 2 years, that's made quite a few mistakes on the internet. And the internet isn't a good place. Everything's up on the internet. Okay. I'd find something on there I shouldn't find, huh? Paul.
Why?
Why?
Not everybody's as bad as you think they are. They
you asked for a lot of naughty photos.
Yeah, they make mistakes, but that doesn't mean that they're 100% follow through. Have all this other.
No, of course.
It doesn't mean.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Do you believe in God? So does he think you're telling the truth right now? Okay. I'll take your word on that. You obviously kept messaging quite a few kids, but
definitely do that.
Yeah. I know. Well, I don't know where our friend went. Oh. They make me order? Yeah, well, I'm hungry as dog. What's your favorite food, by the way? Just curious. You really are pretty boring.
I am.
Wow. Yeah. So, I was just doing some background on you. So your father was like a deacon in the Catholic Church. Okay. So, well, you're carrying your father's legacy pretty well with these messages here.
I'm not carrying anybody's legacy.
No, that's good. You're your own man. So, what do you think Boert Longyear would think about? I'm not saying I'm going to go tell him. I don't plan on doing that. That's out of my realm. Really? How much you make a year, do you think? Fair enough. Well, I mean, are you going to tell any of your coworkers about this?
It's something I'm going to tell people driving out.
Are you going to tell your neighbor that they met a celebrity? I'm just kidding. Even your dog's sad, dude. Your dog has to console your wife.
Everybody's sad.
Dude, Michaela's gonna flip her dad.
Oh, yeah.
What was the other daughter's name?
You obviously know what they're there.
Yeah. So is Kyle. I mean, dude, this is gonna... I'm gonna let you know. This is gonna put a dent. Dude, this is gonna put a dent in your whole family, dude. For sure.
I know.
Because this isn't like a 15, 16-year-old. This is an 11-year-old, dude. This is prepubescent here. So, I mean... Like, come on, man.
Alright? I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want from me. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do to stop them.
Yeah. Yep.
Other than go forward.
Yeah. There's just a way. Yeah, I mean... Let this be the best and worst day of, or I'm sorry, the worst and best day of your life, man. Let it get better from here, because if I wasn't on your team, I wouldn't be here making sure that I wouldn't be telling your wife. I wouldn't make sure that this never happens again if I wasn't rooting for you. I'm not, trust me, I don't want to come here again, you know. I don't want to go to Boert Longyear again, okay? I don't want any of that, okay? Or, well, I guess I never went there in the first place, but I don't want any of that to happen, okay? I just want you to carry on with your life, and you can cut it over. All these are sexual, and he said this degree used to be an 11-year-old girl. I've been on camera test, he's talked to multiple other underage girls on the internet, said he has naughty photos, but he told us that he just looked at them on Instagram, which I don't know how true that was. Okay. And he said he's been the past 2 years, which again, I don't know how true that was either. I think it's probably, of course, been longer, but yeah, I mean, they're very sexual messages.
Yeah, so how did you get this information?
So we have an online prevention where we pose as young kids on Instagram, typically, which we did this time. And those photos are of an actual 11, 12-year-old. However, she's 23 years old now, but she has a Facebook from 10 years ago that we use, so we just get those pictures from her, and she's probably watching the stream right now, so we have full permission to use this, and I have her contact information for you too.
So she was pretending to be an 11-year-old girl.
We both were, but she does the majority of the chatting.
She does the majority of the chatting. Okay. So, when you guys do this, what's your ultimate?
Oh, to get them arrested.
I get that, but confronting them, the hard part is, I get that you want to confront them, but what do you think you're going to do now for trying to delete stuff, right? If you get information like this, it's just a call, so we know beforehand. Because, like I said, if we come out here now, and you now started to do what? Delete, right? So how long ago was all this from? Just have
This
dates on
started
it?
Christmas.
It started on Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then up till today. And yeah. I mean, the reason why we don't call it beforehand is because we like to get the confession on camera to give to you guys. So we do.
That's what I said. I appreciate that, but the hard part is it's a double-edged sword, right?
Right.
If
Yeah.
you guys can talk to the two of us, that's only part of what we need.
Right.
Because
Oh no, is it like a doorbell or something? Or... Oh, I think so. Okay.
run red.
Somehow. I kind of have to make sure it goes to him. It's like kind of like a reunion type of thing, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Can you just say like we have like a little bag for him? Is there a way like I can talk to him or? Do you know why?
He says he doesn't know who you guys are.
We went to with him.
He said he showed up at his mom's house.
Yeah, because we thought he was there. We're just like, trying to get it to him.
Take the bridge. Good choice. Hey, sir? That one's seen a lot of blood.
Sure.
The chains are broken. The beast is free.
We could knock to a police car.
Welcome to the Howling Abyss. Minions have spawned.
The beast grows strong.
This is what we want to talk about. Anybody later can help me in? Yes, okay, I got to lay in on you guys. So, we do want to talk with Luke about these messages because they are extremely drastic. I know. So, I don't want to call the police on you. I understand you coming to your way. Okay. I don't want to call the police on you. So, I don't want to talk with them about these messages. Police are going to know, you know? I mean, it's not hard. I have all this printed out where it is. What is himself, he sent selfies. I mean, it's so obvious to him. It's a little girl. So, I mean, if you want to call, if you want to call the work team and say they want to talk to you about this evening, that would be appreciated. Because you really like that. Not yours, but they should have you go over to that house right there and have some messages and people more than likely carried on there. So that's fine. So yeah, I mean we'll just please show up.
Oh.
Shut down.
We don't want to call the police on you. We'd rather just have a talk. We're not here to hurt you or take anything from you. We don't want you to have this conversation. We're going to be notifying your mom. We haven't called. Hey, I haven't called the police yet. Okay. Yeah, we're just... Yeah, so... Okay. Alright, hey. You left on them? Okay. Alright. Sure. Mind if we go into the night? Yeah. Okay. Well, mind if we go to
Double kill.
So your Instagram.
If you are winning, try to make a sword. Usually works.
Someone will watch you bleed, and it will do nothing.
Okay, so who's Miley? So, yeah, I'm just asking about Miley. So Miley is the girl we're talking to right now. Okay, so Miley followed you on your other account. So that was it. Hey, we're just having a talk, okay? If it's a misunderstanding, then let's just chalk it up to that, okay? That's fine. What's on that? Oh. So if I remember correctly, you gave that password to this Emily girl. Yeah, you remember giving the password to anybody?
I've never given a password. I don't even know the password to my account.
Okay, wait, so...
Sign in and that's it.
Okay, so you had... So wait, so you're saying you didn't give me the password?
I didn't give anybody a password.
Wait, so you never gave anybody a password?
I didn't give a password.
Okay, so that means that you're the only one that could have possibly been there.
If you've never given anybody a password, people can hack accounts. It's been done plenty of times. If you want to go to court, we can go to court over it. But I definitely didn't do that, and I'm disagreeing with everything you said.
So you've never given a password to anybody? Only possible person?
Alright, yes you are. Okay, well whatever. You can risk your everything. I don't. Don't get in my way like that. Okay, well you're blocking me. You're getting in my way. I'm feeling unsafe right now. So you can get off my porch. You can get off my porch. You can get off my porch.
Let me just get off my porch. Dude, I don't want to show your mom these messages. I don't want to
My mom? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Go ahead, show whatever you want. You can put it all over the internet for all I care. It's not real.
Listen. Relax, okay?
Relax for what? You're pissing me off. You see what you're doing? A few minutes, you're about to come back with the cops and tell me you're lying. Why did I do anything wrong?
Okay, Luke, because I have these messages from you right
show
here.
me, explain.
Okay, sure. So, you messaged this shit, right, on Instagram. Does that ring a bell for you?
No. I don't talk to any girl besides my girlfriend.
Sure. I will say, in your bio at the time, when you start going out with your girlfriend? Last Monday was okay, that's it.
Double kill.
2 weeks ago, October 7th. So, during that time, you did not have Miley in your Instagram bio. Understandably, we weren't going out with her. So, yep, I think you did have some picking out, right? Something around that? Is that okay? Okay, watch out. Okay, so, when you messaged this account in early October, you weren't dating anybody. I'm not accusing you of being a cheater. I know you were not here.
I'm just worried about being accused of being anonymous. I'm not trying to be accused of something.
Yeah, that's why we just want to have that talk.
I would love to get this resolved because it's not what I'm doing.
For sure. Okay, so you said hi. What are you doing? Washing sons off. Blah. So, excuse me. So she does tell you that she's 11 years old, that Emily girl. Okay. So I'm going to ask you again. I'm going to show you a picture of her. Okay. And you know, I do have a screen recording. On my phone of you sending underwear pictures, kind of feeling it a little bit. Okay, I have all that on my phone. Okay. So
I'm not gonna lie, I have to send it to people over age, like 18 and older. Right. The people that I talk to,
right.
I send it. I mean, what they do from there is also my business.
So I'm going to tell you about it. That's a little bit of a burner account. It's still active. You updated that phone. Okay, so how would you get that phone?
Like right after? Like a day or something after?
Okay, that's fine. Do you want to tell them to call the shots?
Just give it a second, please. Just give it a second, please. I can try to. I know, but can you tell them? please. I promise you, look, there's cameras all over the place. I got like 4 or 5 people.
Listen, that's what we're concerned about. That's what we're concerned about.
He was never hurt a child, so please stop recording.
I don't want to show you. Do you want to see his messages yourself?
I wouldn't believe it anyway, actually.
Okay, well,
But
how is that going to help?
let me see them right now.
Sure.
Because I know them. So please stop recording them.
Okay, here's half of them. What are you talking about here? Okay. Hey, Uncle, you're going to be the one that puts him in jail if you call the cops. Just letting you know. It's going to be on you.
Just let it get resolved real quick. Come on.
Yep. Okay.
Danny, hang up the phone for just 10 minutes.
Shut down.
Just 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes, all right? 10 minutes.
Okay, but I have a question.
That's the thing, I don't even have that account.
As a parent, there's an 11-year-old. Why aren't we monitoring what they do?
Oh, we absolutely should be. However, there's an adult, there's a kid, and there's an undeveloped mind.
Do that.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I didn't even text the person. That's the thing, I don't have that account. I have a completely separate account.
So, you did say was yours.
I didn't say any of it because I never texted the girl.
You did say this account was yours.
That was my old account. Yes.
Okay.
This account right here at the top. That's my
And you
old
lost that
account.
phone how long ago? Okay, here, how about this? Let's face this way so the address isn't there if that's where you're going.
Yes.
Let's do that then. Okay, bye.
How long ago was
Okay. Okay, so okay, I understand. So let me reiterate what he told us earlier. He said he never gave anyone this password. He said he never gave anyone this password.
We heard you yelling.
But it's always hackable.
You interrupted.
It's everybody hacking.
Okay.
Everything's hackable.
So who do you think hacked you up this?
Really, how should I know? I told you I've sent it to multiple people that I have sent it to. They could do whatever they want with it.
But these weren't photos that got sent from the gallery. These were live
Photos
videos.
and videos, yes. It could have been sent to other people that people sent to.
So you follow, I'm not sure you do follow quite a lot of and if I have to refresh your memory, I can show you. Do you want me to show you right now?
I don't have that account.
Correct. It was yours at one point.
At one point.
That account
That's a long time ago. That's over a year.
It wasn't over a year ago.
Yes, it was almost a year. My grandmother passed away almost a couple years ago, bro. You're pissing me off.
Calm down.
You need to get out of here right now.
So let me just get this straight. Because you said you updated that bio to where Miley was your girlfriend 2 weeks ago.
Yes, a couple.
Okay,
yes.
so you didn't have access to that. It wasn't a year ago that you lost access to that account. You might have slipped up there. It was 2 weeks ago.
I lost the phone. Anybody could be in it right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah, here's, he wanted to meet, and to meet later this morning.
Am I supposed to meet somebody? 11 years old, really? I'm gonna meet up with an 11-year-old?
This is what I'm asking you. This is what I'm asking for. Okay, do you want to call the
I want to resolve this and get it done and over with so I can go upstairs and go to bed.
Alright, I basically ready for it. Okay? He is a respectable boy. If he would have known, this girl's 11 years old, he would have cut it off. No stuff.
You want me to show you?
Don't record it.
Do you want me to show you where he was going? And you're just walking with me a little bit out of course now. Okay? And
Who are you to all these people? That's what I want.
Yeah, who are you? What are you to this
No,
little girl?
I don't get See, I understand that there's a father. Why would you do double
because
Where's the father?
Where's the father?
So you're holding him 100% accountable and not that little girl.
I am. I had a talk with her. You think I didn't have a talk with her?
So why are you up here trying?
Okay, see the thing is?
What are you trying to get out of this visit?
Fifth graders are not smart kids.
What are you trying to get out of this
access to
visit?
the internet 24/7 now. Fifth graders aren't just little kids anymore. There are 13-year-olds and 12-year-olds that dress like they're 25.
Okay, sure. I understand that. However, however, to address
Yeah, so shouldn't that tell you a little bit of something? Shouldn't that tell you that he's a respectable man? If he would have known, he would have cut it off.
If someone has cameras in their face,
And you know, no, because if that was truly him typing all, he would have cut it off. Do not record me, dude.
I'm not.
Recording me.
Okay. So.
Just pull your bag.
Okay.
Just pull your bag.
Do you want me to show you where it's
He
at?
owns all of these houses, and he's going to tell you to get for private property.
That's cool. And you can call the police at it too. This is a picture of this girl right here that she sent him.
Oh, yeah, so an 11-year-old girl's taking pictures like that?